Good evening, everyone. The Christmas break is over and BVTV is back in action as we close in on the remaining 5 rounds of Premier A action. After just 4 wins in the opening 9 rounds, Bundoora will be looking to start 2024 with a bang here tonight. Try and put themselves back inside the top 4 for a place in the finals. Deer Park came up with the unlikeliest of victories last time out, despite still sitting on top of the ladder. Seems like they're yet to really hit top gear in season 23-24. Gary Kelly and Sean Ingham are 2 men who are guaranteed to make this one a fun watch. And joining me to call in the action tonight, making his debut on the mic, is Steve Adamo. Welcome, mate.
Hello, Sammy. How are you, buddy?
Good, mate. Get the mic on over your mouth, I reckon. That's the good say to start. Now we can hear. Of course, part of Moonee Valley's success last season and playing an important role in their success to date in season 23-24. Currently sitting second on the ladder, if you don't mind. Travelling along very nicely indeed. We'll take a look at the matchups tonight. It's going to be an interesting contest. Bundoora are sort of within a cluster of teams that are hovering around the 4. Be looking to, I think, pitch a win tonight, but it was a hard one to tip. Now, staff tipping, I think Jim's gone with Bundy tonight. JT and I are on Deer Park, but could have gone either way. How about you, Stevie? Who's your tip for this one, mate? It should be a good contest.
Hard to pick Bundoora. Just based on the last 3 games, I think they're minus 130 shots against Deer Park. But I got a bit of a sneaky suspicion this is probably going to come down the last end tonight. I'll pick Deer Park.
Caleb Shaw on the mat for Bundoora with a handy opener. Gary just looking to ask him to play onto his own. He's not miles away. It's a fair attempt. Try and turn his own. Oh, has a little bit unlucky. Couple, as you may have seen on our socials earlier on this afternoon, a couple late changes to the Bundy side, as I was informed by the man sitting next to me. Breaking news breaker Steve Adamo with all the team news. So Dean O'Neill are laid out for Bundy, so Ben Hubbard goes and skips that rink, as you'll see on the graphics there against Matty Bouse. And as Ryan Tatum searching, just drifting under. Lovely weight. Luke Eddington comes in and plays a role. He's playing second tonight for Josh Corliss on the rink next door. They're up against Chris Ball, who on scooping duties again this evening. Benjamin Winthrop playing third for Bundoora. He's got the split and popped the Deer Park bowl straight at the head. So all 3 shots, beautiful weight. They've all picked their weight really well early on. Ryan Tate still with one to come. So just running through our stream rink tonight, the lineups: Bundoora leading Tony Schiavello, current over 60 state rep for Victoria. Caleb Shaw playing second. Benny Winthrop third, as you just saw there, and Gary Kelly on skipping duties tonight. As we see weight from Ryan Tate early on. He's got to clear the front. Just clips it, gets it out of the way though. Winston Brackley leading things off here tonight for Deer Park. Andrew Price second. Ryan Tate, as you saw there, third, and Sean Ingham down from Queensland. Couple of shouts of big shot by Corey. I'm sure we'll see more of that throughout the evening. Couple rinks across up against J. By Norris. That's a rink we could have easily streamed as well, Steve. It was a bit of a toss-up. That should be a cracker.
Yeah, that should be an interesting game. Just having a look, Bundoora just across the rinks. Bundoora have started really well. Chopper's rink are holding. Just having a look at the far rink now. Benny's left one just short. Good header here for the Deer Park skip. Weight. Just tight.
The under and, oh well, manages to remove both their closest bowls out, Spud.
Yep.
What's that left them? Is that, are those two front ones, are they? Oh, I missed that. Are they Bundy bowls, two front ones? I reckon they might be Tony Schiavello's.
Yep.
So
5.
Bundy potentially holding 5 here, yep.
5+.
All right, so this could be huge early. Gary with 2 to come.
It's going to count. It's in a good home too.
Comes to a good spot and counts, so as you can hear, Ryan Tatum, Deer Park is 6 down. If Nugget hits and gets the right contact, they've also got at least the 5 backest. Definitely higher. Oh, misses the lot.
Jeebus.
Steve, what on earth is happening in the opening end?
Seeing if he can make 8.
Well, this is an unbelievable pickup on the opening end for Bundoora. They couldn't have dreamt for a better start here. Gary Kelly will not miss this.
No.
And it's a
Massive.
7 to Bundy on the opening end. Unbelievable. That's huge, Steve. 7 on the opening end.
Might change
Not
me
have picked
tip.
that. Well, I almost did pre-game. As I rocked up, I thought there was just something about Bundy tonight. They'd be up for this one. First game of 2024, and we saw the last game before the Christmas break, the live stream. Deer Park are in a world of hurt against Yarraville Footscray and just come away with the win. And they're up against it early here as well. Good evening to all those that are tuning in via Facebook and YouTube tonight. Plenty of love for you early, Steve. You thought there would be. No surprise, Nathan Lewis always in the comments, doesn't miss too many streams.
Probably can't read half of me at Sandy. I'm tipping. Start from Tony just behind the head.
Simon Buckley out at our Prem Reserve clash tonight. A big one out there. Essendon, who are travelling nicely as we thought they would, up against Whittlesea there tonight. So, as usual, we'll be able to jump on the Bowls Now app and on Bowls Link to follow along the end-by-end live scoring. We've seen it all season at Prem A and Prem B level. Region sides over the weekend, and even our junior provincial during the week up at Sebastopol. Western Brackley just on the high side, heavy side. The boys reckon, just talking to a few of them pre-game, running around 14 and a half here early. Of course, you've played here a few times. It's usually freeze up a little bit more than this, but with the conditions, maybe not so much.
Normally 16 here at Bundoora. Bit of rain during the week. It's probably just taking the edge off it. Still running nice. What's Andrew Price done?
Yeah, the Bunny boys probably stretched this length right out early on. None of the boys yet to quite find it. Good question for you, coming in early from Tanner Arthur. You probably know better than me. Is Chopper, that's Josh Corliss, who's skipping on the rink next door. Will he be the longest active serving player in Premier League to stay at one club?
I tell you what, I reckon Luke Ayala would be right up there.
Okay.
Lukey's a live member. Chopper's been here a long time. Yeah, they'd certainly be up there. Good to see Chopper smiling, actually. Good bowl here.
Shot bowl coming in, touches the jack. might have just gone a tad too far. That's Tony Schiavello's lead bowl for Bundoora to the right of screen. And he has the third battle tonight as well, mate. Benny Winther playing 3 for Bundy against Ryan Tate, and that is skip worthy in most games.
Both class players. Benny skipped a few times this year. Ryan skipped the first 4 games this year. Very good record last year too. So luxury 3s.
Benny just drifting under with his last play to crack a last end to set the head up, change the head up for Bundy.
So it looks like Chris Ball picked up 2 on the first end, Sammy.
Yeah, just having a look and adding them onto the scoreboard now. So also a 3 to Corey and 1 to Ben.
Yep.
Harper on the far rink. So
Great start.
a very handy start here for Bundy. Jack Thompson also from the Valley saying, great to hear Spud on the airwaves. It's about time. Good to have you on. He's got... Stevie's brought all the stats with us tonight, so we'll touch on them throughout the evening, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a vacancy in the BVTV statistician role somewhere for you as well.
Looking for a job, Sammy.
All right, all right. We'll see how we go throughout the evening.
Ryan's having a good look at it.
Yeah,
His touch over.
There.
It's in a handy spot.
Runs all the way
No,
and it's
in the
actually
ditch.
fell in, so not far away. So Bundy, we think maybe just holding one to this back blue bowl of Tony Schiavello's. Kevy just jumping in saying earlier if Bester was playing that would have been an 8.
I'll be happy with 7, Sammy.
Kevy pretty happy camper last weekend. BCiB taking home men's region side's title since 2012. Came from the clouds, nearly 20 down at one point. 3 rinks of 15 ends and they came stormy home over the top of Murray.
It's like you rigged the draw up there, Sammy. You had about 25 draws and
It was
no
unbelievable,
avoiders.
but the way the format's been set up now, less dead rubbers and more close contests, which is exactly what we're after, and that's what we got all weekend.
Not quite get
Yeah, Nugget just
good
under
line.
for weight more than anything, yep. Gazza coming down with his second here, just a tad high with his first.
Far
Asking
away.
for this to be, asking for it to drop. Just travelling again, all right, so.
I think it's a good 14.5, Sammy.
Ryan just saying it's pretty up and down for shots, so Sean will be giving this one every chance to sit out the blue bowl, and
Just
I reckon
right.
as soon as the jack got out there, the boys had about 3 or 4 attempts and all just a tad over in speed and a tad high, so we'll put a tape on it to see if Bunny can back up there. Good start.
Another couple to Benny Hubbard by the looks, 3 zip. Corey and Jay boys still on their second end.
Measure goes the way of Deer Park, and Winston Brackley picks up the mat. So importantly, the boys got on the board. You can see all the lineups there tonight. So our streamer in Gary Kelly against Sean Ingham. Josh Corliss against Chris Ball on the rink next door. There you can see Luke Eddington playing 2, the late in. No Dino O'Neill, you'll see as well. Ben Harper moves over to skip that rink against Matty Bouse on the far end.
Shot.
Chris just mentioning it would have been the first 8 we've seen over the last couple of weeks on BVTV. Saw a couple up at region sides. The conditions at Sebastian on Saturday making it very, very tricky.
Now, what's that ladies game? I think Michaela Long dropped an 8 on the first end. Actually hit the front and then they dropped a 7 towards the end.
They worked their way all back into it, and that was the difference between winning through to the finals day on Sunday and just missing out. Great reply from Tony Schiavello.
Confident through the hole there, mate.
Good play. He's got that clean chopper next door. Definitely got shot. Don't know how many.
Yeah, last bowl of the end, so the boys were pretty excited about that.
Might be a couple.
A few high fives from the boys. Have a look and pick up a couple shots. Great conversion.
Stays on Tony. That's handy. Got Chippy sending me a text saying I'd sound like Dennis Cometti, I wish.
Oh, plenty of comments coming through. You said there wouldn't be any football talk tonight, but Josh Rennick's just wondering if this is the same Steve Adamo that kicked goals for fun back in the Wangaratta days. Is that correct?
Oh, I kicked a couple.
Oh, I kicked a few.
Don't want to talk about myself too much, mate, but you probably don't have enough time.
Well, we just want to get to know you on and off the bowl screen. Tell me then, playing for Moonee Valley this season, so you've already come up against Deer Park and Bundoora with a little bit of success as well as Caleb Shaw.
Well, we'll probably go on in both the games, Sammy, to be honest. Deer Park, I think we were like 15 behind for most of the night, sort of got level towards the end and just snuck in. Same thing against Bundy. I think our rink had finished up all level, and then I think Lynchy set a bowl out against Corey Wedlock for 3. Straight after that, Kane Nelson put a kitty in the pit for a couple against Chopper, and then Dylan Fisher took 2 bowls out and made 3. Next minute we were 10 up with 1 to play. So before that we were level. So we're just having a bit of luck at the moment, I think. Both good sides, though.
I hadn't had a look at the ladder since we finished up of our sort of last weekend before Christmas, round 9, and opened it back up this afternoon to see you guys are only, I think, 10 behind Deer Park, jumping in second there. So
striking distance,
making a bit of your own luck as well. So going along nicely.
Yeah, they're all big games, Sammy. You lose, you're back in the pack. You win, you're looking all right. So
that's how close it is this season. Back to
great shot there.
8 teams. We've had some quality contests on our Friday nights. Of course, all the action brought to you by our streaming sponsors for season 23-24, the Moama and Dandenong Bowls Clubs. So thank them for their support. Any last bowl by Ryan Tate, as you said, Spud.
Holding couple.
Benny Winter's last bowl coming this way on N1 was an absolute cracker. Can he replicate something like that? I tell you what.
He's close.
What a shot this is, Spud.
Straight to Tony Chavello. Kaboom. 2.
What a great shot. Only a couple, and last bowl's a touch up.
Doesn't get a lot of room. Kitty in the pit first here, I think. Is it too high?
My turn.
Far away.
Got 2, maybe 3. I think you've got to try and get the jack away first, mate. Yours the twitcher anyway.
Gary Kelly making a couple of comments. Didn't understand a word of it, to be honest, but
yeah, we don't have. I don't know, Brad. Do we have captions available tonight? No captions, I don't think. So we'll do the best we can.
it was funny. I spoke to Gary when we played them, and spoke to him for 5 minutes. So I didn't understand a word.
Oh, clean back.
Oh, just had to clear it.
Might be handy, Sammy.
I
that
tell you
might-
what, bit of nuisance value, I reckon,
Yep.
Spud.
Yep. Stops the kitty in the pit. Unless you've got perfect weight. Great start though, 10 shots. I know 10 shots is nothing, but I'd rather be 10 up than 10 behind, Sammy. So, very good start. Just what Bundoora had to do.
Couldn't agree more. And holding a pretty handy couple here. See if
This looks
come up
real
something.
hard.
What's the go, Spud? Does he look like he's just trying to sort of search up and try and trail the jack in the ditch?
Really nearly got a dead draw, Sammy, because I don't think you're going to get down otherwise,
yeah,
mate.
okay. He was
Had good weight.
just underneath. I think you're right. He just tried to draw as close as he could.
It's funny, I heard Ryan Tatum just comment on his last bowl, didn't turn, so it might have sucked Nugget in a little bit by chucking it a bit tight, but had beautiful weight, and I think that's all he's got on, mate, is to just perfectly draw around that front bowl to touch the jack. Very hard shot. So if Gary can add some more bone. Hubs has played a good one over the far ring.
So Gazza holding a couple.
Is he going to run enough?
Much higher line. Just needs to run underneath this Winston Brackley bowl.
Quite, mate.
Well, it's not far away. Nugget looks like that's his call, Spud, sticking to try and draw this off as close as he can. High degree of difficulty.
Is he still
Looks like-
under?
Yeah, looks like he's pinched the line again, I think.
Beautiful weight both times.
Alright, Gazza still with last
Got a
bowl
bit
here.
of room. Bit of room.
Yeah, what are the boys looking at here? They're having a close look to see if, isn't it, to make a bit more than a two? What are they looking at there?
I'll be just drawing, mate, but they've... maybe that orange and white bowl to push that through and make 4 or 5, but wouldn't be surprised if Gary plays it, but I think he'll stick to the backhand draw myself. Good start, the other two rinks, Wedlock and Harbour. Oh, he's having a little look at it, Sammy.
What's going on here? Holding two and searching
Jeez,
for...
I think he's close. Oh, is it going in? Jeez.
Well, I wonder if that...
Stiff. I think if that had gone in, mate, it might have been a handful.
I reckon that
Still might be.
Norman Tate and Bowl might have been keeping them out of a few. Clearly not quite what he was after, but the home crowd behind us certainly appreciated his efforts.
3. Great start here. I found in games this year, though, Sammy, 20 shots is not enough to be in front.
We saw that. The
Maybe
last-
with 5 ends to go, perhaps, but we've had so many games we've actually been 20 behind and still managed to win, or we've been level with teams. We played Clayton in round 3 and we're level with about 25 to go and we got smashed. So you never feel comfortable. Good shot here from Tony, just beyond the head. Beautiful line. Handy reply from Winston. Short this time, Tone. Oh, Chopper's played a ripper over there. Might be one down or good bowl.
Hard to tell, but head's absolutely
Oh,
stacked around the jack.
reckon they've placed them on that rink next to us, Sammy.
And it was so close that Chris Ball had one to come, but Deer Park were happy to take the single and declare the head, so...
Wasn't much room in there, mate.
Caleb Shaw, not a bad area here. Wouldn't mind picking up some of the jack.
Sure.
Handy
Saw
spot.
Caleb just won their club singles last year, so great effort. Played Benny Cotter in the final.
Very fair effort with the calibre of
Well, he's
players
got all the
Bundy
shots,
possess.
Caleb. Got all the shots. Skipped to Kingsbury for a few years, so sort of good draw bowler and can play a few shots. You're always going to be hard to beat in a singles game, but that's a... I think he's 18. That's a great effort to win the club singles at Bundoora at 18. As I said, he played against Benny Cotter, very underrated bowler, Benny Cotter. A bit like Adrian Marcoli or Marchioli, or what do we
one
call
of
him?
my favourites.
Oh,
And
just
Benny Cotter is here tonight.
so underrated, Adie. So underrated. Have a good shot from Caleb. It's probably the shot.
Just commenting, watching on from Dandenong, the conditions, there's not a breath of wind down there. It's similar here. It's just about perfect conditions for bowls on your Friday night, I reckon, Spud. Not a breath of wind to speak
not
of.
Bad. Not bad.
Green looks to be playing pretty true.
Good 14.5, I reckon, mate. Solid 14.5. Watching so many of these Friday night games too, when the pace drops and it's caught a few sides out during the year. Happens quick.
It's a little bit of a tricky one, I guess. You've played Friday night out at MCC. You know it's going to happen, but then still being able to adjust is another thing, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it's always difficult because, as I said, it happens real quick, and you might be bowling all right, and your weight's pretty good, and then all of a sudden you're dropping 4 foot short, and then you're adding 2 foot and going 4 foot past, and look like a typical bowler then. But
Ryan Taden needs this one to
far away.
get down, but at the same time, I was going to say, doesn't want to flick it in, turns it over the jack.
2 seconds against. Any of the 2 weights is a good result.
Pretty
The
clear
next
call
two
that
though,
from Gazza.
next two just wants another one ahead of you, Sammy. See that going out there, 2 or 3 down. It's Tony Chavello. Went the early crow, Sammy, but been known to do that ourselves. He's having a little niggle here, mate.
And he's got the ball absolutely clean out of the head, and
That's why Gary won
fist
another
bump
one
as well.
in there, mate.
yeah, now leaves him at
Yep.
2 down to
2.
Winston Brackley's shot to the right of the jack. I was going to mention it sort of pre-game or early on. I guess it's still early on enough, and it's been an interesting 3 ends on the Corey Wedlock J-By Norris rink, because J-By's crew are absolutely flying at the moment. They've sort of been the barometer they were the last game against Yarraville Footscray. They were the, no disrespect to the other 3 rinks, but they were the reason they got off the line there, and
Stack rink, mate.
they've
Stack rink.
dropped the only opening 3 ends, and Corey Wedlock looks to be up and about, so that'll be an important contest if the overall is to remain the way it is.
It's coming in here, Gary. Might get second. Yep, got second shot. Good ball. We had the unfortunate pleasure of playing J-By down at Deer Park, and the only good thing we did that night was get off the green first, 21 shots behind. Got off there pretty quick.
Right, So
series close. I don't
Nugget
think it's
holding
quite
one.
getting there, mate.
Look up the forehand, guys.
It's like a pretty handy track.
Get that under that real good.
It's a forehand. Forehand.
Actually, I understood that one. Forehand. The first word of
Yeah, just listening to
Understand.
see what the boys come up with here.
Forehand.
Get.
So get the jack or get the ball.
Tackle the ball, yes.
take the ball or jack.
Yeah, interesting. Probably could play this either way, I'm guessing, but
Doesn't look like there's much room there, Sammy, on the
this is
forehand.
a pretty tough shot, but if there's one man to play these sort of
Played
searching
the half
bowls,
plate.
oh, this isn't terrible if it ducks enough.
Leave. Leave.
Oh, super effort. And in doing so, he gets them another second. He's
No more ammo, unfortunately.
yeah,
but
just a clear road, and he was pretty much all time for the jack. What a superb effort.
Damien Flora on the next Rink, playing third. He's got the jack. Made at least one. It's a good thing about Bundoora, like someone like Dean O'Neill out, and they've got people like Damo that's been here for a long time, can just step up and fill a role and play through. A lot of depth. Probably got half a dozen blokes in their seconds that could come up and play a role and do okay. Ooh, yeah, I think he stayed there for one. Yeah, tried to give it away,
Might have
mate.
just picked up. I'm not sure on the stream or not, as Nugget was halfway up just saying Mayday is made a bit of connection. Probably
Just started breathing now, mate, I think, after that.
yeah, not quite the way it is after looking to add, but
Chris Paul, what's he done? Just gone through the head next door.
boys are just going to have a little bit of a quick timeout early on after forehands. They've dropped a little bit of an unlucky 7 on the opening end. Nugget with his first was probably a little bit stiff in the end to take both of his bowls clean out of the head.
Still a good lead, 12 shots. Choppers wasn't interested, now he's half interested. Just hit a front ball. It would have been a hard game to pick the Australian game. There's probably so many good matchups out there, Sammy.
There's just this weekend in particular. I was having a chat to the old Jim Whitehead during the week, and there are some cracking contests around the place. Fortunately, you're going to be involved in one of them.
Yeah,
Tell me how
I don't know,
how we feeling looking into that one, because
Uh,
Clayton.
yeah, they pants us at our place. But as I said, mate, I think it was 58 into a dead level, and we just had one Rink that, you know, got on the bad end. It was Ryan Bester, and I noticed he hasn't played since round 4 and he's back in against us, so he must be feeling good about playing against Mooney Valley. So, yeah, it's going to be tough out there. Very tough. If we could get 14 points, I'd be wrapped with that, mate, to be quite honest. But we'll see what happens. So important, too, of the latter positions. If we do beat them, we're sort of 35 points clear of probably 5th, which gives us some sort of hope of playing finals come the end of the year. So they're all pretty good, all pretty tough games. The other couple there, Sammy, we've got Melbourne playing Yarraville. Yarraville could be interesting, and we've got MCC playing Altona at MCC. So the two sides down the bottom, you know, they're huge games for them and huge games for Altona and Melbourne also. So, yeah, it doesn't matter which way you look. Every game's vital. It's the qualification process at the moment. And, yeah, but wouldn't say you know, I think tomorrow's going to be really tough for us. As we were saying here, like, it's a huge game for Bundoora with the ladder position too. You know, they drop this and then Clayton beat us, and then Altona have a win there sort of further behind and make the finals. But if they can get a win here, it might just jumpstart them for the season. It's going to be short here, I think.
I'm not sure. I don't think we've announced it yet. But round 14 of Premier A action, all 4 matches to be played on the Friday night.
Yep.
All the same starting time.
Good
Pretty
idea.
sure we're locked in for 7 p.m. So there's going to be drama aplenty, and
Be hard to pick which game you're going to stream, mate, because you could be streaming it could be MCC Yarraville, could be the who decides to stay up, it could be a side just outside the 4 playing someone in the 4, could be the top, top couple playing for second spot. So
round 14, Bundy at home against Clayton. That could be a deciding factor. So could Melbourne against you guys.
Yep, huge.
Valley, and who knows, Altona might be playing for a final spot at home against Deer Park. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a...
There's only 5 games to go, but it feels like there's about 10 games to go, to be honest.
Yes.
But it's anyone's game at the moment. Like Deer Park are clear favourites, based on the last couple of years' results, but anything could happen. Looking forward, we actually play them after tomorrow's game. We actually have the following week off. Then we're playing them on the live stream game the following Friday night. I haven't got the date in front of me, Sammy, but
I look forward to all the live stream games.
I'll give you the
equally.
tip. Come down to the Valley, because the joint will be rocking that night. I think it's our sponsors' night. We've got food bands down there that night. We've got beef brisket. We've got plenty. There's a bit of live music happening. So if you're doing nothing on that night, I'll get that date before we finish the broadcast here. Come down and have a look at 2 sides having a crack.
A bit flat. I've actually got a commentator. I wouldn't mind just coming down and having an evening and coming down and watch the bowls and then
get Jimmy
join
off
what's
his
on
backside,
offer.
mate.
Yes.
Get Jimmy.
I'll give you a shout.
I like Jimmy coming, because I know if Jimmy comes, it's going to be a close game. He seems to get the good ones.
Yeah, I thought that
You're on the nose a bit, Sammy.
I thought that trend was going to continue
until Yarraville.
all until
Deer Park.
Yarraville, which changed things around, and then the region side's final on Sunday.
You might have come
continued
good.
with that theme, so who knows? Maybe we're back. That game you talked about, Spud, so it's a round 11 contest, so next week's a Thursday night stream with the Australia Day long weekend, so we'll be at Yarra Footscray as they play host to Altona. That's on the Thursday night. And then the following Friday, 2nd of Feb, 6:30 kickoff for the Valley and Deer Park.
Then interestingly,
plenty of action.
we play the next game the next day here at BUNDOORA, actually. So I've been speaking to Luke Ayala in the last couple of days. Looks like we're going to start that as a twilight match, so at least we'll get a little bit of a sleep in, which will be good after a Friday night game. So a lot to look forward to in the next 5 or 6 weeks for everyone.
Boys asking for this one to get down to the shot bowl of Caleb Shaw's or the jack in it.
Second shot.
Yeah, drifts past.
Good bowl. Looks tough.
A good foot pass, tricky one to get to. And Spud, first time on commentary, I said before it's very easy to miss things in the commentary booth when you're sitting at home. Think, gee, how did the boys miss that? Well, we've missed J. By Norris's Rink. They've just picked up a 6 on the fourth end.
Didn't hear much noise.
Yeah, I wonder if... Usually that happens, and I'm not sure if it's...
Jeez, I reckon it would have been a bit louder at our joint, mate. If we had
unlucky
picked up
here
a
or there,
6.
yeah. Whether it might have been an unlucky result, we're not sure, but...
Very quiet. So that changes things a bit. Corey Wedlock got off to a good start. Yeah, 5-zip up now, he's 6-5 down. That's bowls. It's played a bit of weight just underneath.
So Bundy holding one here on end number 5. Gary Kelly looking to add, got about a foot of room.
Got to get used to these bowls on the other greens, Sammy, to work out who's got shot. There's the same colour bowls, you know them bowls over in the far rink there?
Oh, I've got absolutely no idea. Apart from those 2 bowls, they belong to Tom Hicks from Deer Park. That's about all I know.
Well, you do know.
On the far rink. So Matty Bouse looking to add. So is Gary Kelly. How's he gone? Asking for a clear road here.
Come on, buddy. Hurry.
That's just about in, I think, Steve.
It's hard to judge on this angle, Sammy. This Jack idea one's behind the head. It's close, yeah, I think it's in. right with Tom X bowls because Deer Park have grabbed the mat over there, mate. It's amazing. I listen to Chris Ball on the live stream. He seems to know what everyone's using, every bowl colour,
does not miss a lot, does Chris? Great, always gives us
he
great
wears
insight.
glasses, but he can see something from about 3 kilometres away.
And it was a 5 on the far rink, so all of a sudden,
I've just mozzed Bundoora by the looks of it.
the old overall
12
was,
in front now, they're behind. Exactly what I was speaking about before, mate. 20
Yeah.
shots is just, 6 or 7 ends. Probably saw that in that game, the Yarraville Deer Park game, Sammy. Like, I think Yarraville got out to 15, 16 shots in front. 4 ends later, there was 2 shots in it, so it can change real quick. It's funny, I remember playing against Ali Forsyth early in the year, and I'm looking at the head, we're crossing over, we're holding 4, we've got to back up, but things are looking rosy, and I'm thinking, geez, it's not even easy for Ali to draw a second shot here. Next minute he's banging the jack. He's up at the head looking where the jack can go, and comes down, pots a jack and makes 3, and all of a sudden the head looks ordinary. But that's a difference. No fear factor, Ali. He just gets up there, and if he can see a shot, he'll play it. Doesn't matter if he's 4 down or 4 up. Having a good battle of the leads here, Sammy.
There's been a couple times already in the opening ends where the boys have traded blows. Tony Schiavelli with it.
Another good one here,
Very
mate.
handy set, mate. One a couple foot pass. Good leading.
This is Winston's first year at Deer Park. Was it Yarraville? Normally played sort of back end, hadn't he, Sammy?
Yeah, and just happens to be the
Playing
way this
front
Deer
end all
Park,
right, too.
the way this Deer Park line up
He was.
allows a player of the quality of Winston Brackley to lead and play shots like that.
I was laughing at that J by Rink. He's got Bushy playing 2. He's got Casey playing 3. Like, it's a wonder he hasn't got Sheriff leading. It's a big out too, mate. No Aaron Sheriff just makes a big difference in this side.
Super effort by Caleb Shaw, a little bit unlucky, but improves the shape of the head. Certainly right. Obviously, over at Potters during the week. Our fans of BVTV, I'm sure, would have been tuned into that one. Sure, we'll be back in action for Deer Park's around 11.
Far away, Andrew
Contest next
Price.
weekend.
Not a bad hit here, Sammy. I think that was first and third from Gary there.
Yeah, shaping up.
Yeah, anything behind's pretty good here. Shot from Gus Guy, a couple of rinks over.
Try and get Winnie on the nose. If you miss it, keep in your bowl up.
A couple of rippers from Benny Cotter. Drew Price just going to go under here.
Right,
80, drawn a back upper, a couple of rinks over. Stock standard.
I don't know if I'm allowed to pick favourites, sorry to cut you off, but Adrian Marcioli is one of my favourites.
Oh, he's going.
On and off the green, absolute
He's going.
star.
Been here for a fair while too, mate.
Yep.
just what you want, mate. A consistent player, just drawing bowls in the head, making the skippers look good. Tighten up a bit, mate. 5 shots.
Yeah, that's it. I was just having a look over the... I don't know who that was. Someone's jumped over and turned the scoreboards at the venue just facing directly to the commentary position. I'm not sure whether that was by design, but...
I reckon Riley Boxall might have bumped into the side of it, mate. But
he's here tonight.
of course he's
Doug.
always there.
Loves his Friday night bowls. Always gets down to check out the opposition. Another one of Moonee Valley's stars. Self-proclaimed best lead in Premier A.
Oh, please, please. I've never seen, I've got to say it, I shouldn't be saying it, but like, we all probably know Nathan Lynch is undefeated, but Riley Boxall and Jack Thompson, are they getting carried? It's beyond a joke. And they're walking around the club saying we're 8 and zip. Actually, they're claiming they're 9 and zip because the game they played against Altona, they were leading by 2 shots, so they're claiming that as a win too, Sam.
Doesn't go on the stats board. It's only 8 and 0.
That's what I keep telling them.
But still, to be fair, the only undefeated Rink left in Premier A.
I'm waiting for them to lose.
Okay.
It's okay if you see them once a month, mate. I'm seeing them twice a week.
The boys have a pretty tough assignment tomorrow up against the Rink. Skip by Ryan Bester.
Yeah.
Of course, not to leave out there. Brad Gibson, 60.
Sticks is a star.
Absolute
mate.
star, playing third in that Rink. We saw the boys on a live stream earlier in the season out at MCC.
He's been a massive pickup from Bundoora. He's just so super consistent, and he's a really good bloke too. So I got a little bit of a man crush on Sticks. He's a good fella. Yeah, but they are carrying them other two blokes for sure.
I've offered the third headset that we have to Riley, but he refused, so he won't get his chance to.
I'm surprised, mate. He can normally talk underwater.
Shawnee Ingham running, just missing. What's the player here? We've sort of.
It's going to be hard to get a couple, I think,
hard
mate.
to tell what they are.
They must
players.
be holding based on Nuggets shot selection. I'd say they're holding one. Gary's just drawing. Got that unique style. Going behind, is he?
You do get the orange on the right angle, you can get out both of our planes. The only danger on the shot.
I think Ryan Taten's overly happy with him playing too much weight here. Saying if he gets on the front orange, both of theirs could go.
Yeah, a lot more sort of representation past the head foot.
Is it
Bundy
one or
than there
two,
is Deer
Sammy?
Park.
Maybe it's 2, is it?
No, it would only be one. Blue bowl, Tony Schiavello for Bundy, and the white front one's Winston's from Deer Park. So
A bit more conservative here.
I believe he's
far
one down.
away.
What's going to happen here? Oh, it
Ooh.
shifted the jack. What's that done?
I reckon they've got shot out of that, Sammy.
Once it's Deer Park.
Yep.
I've heard Shawnee Ingham just say, might have got a little bit fortunate there.
I don't know why they apologise, mate. They don't really mean it.
Winnie, right up here, mate. Mat on the tee, mate. Buddy.
So
It's in the area. Good way.
it's three ends apiece after the first 6 ends here out at Bundoora Bowls Club for their clash against Deer Park. But on the stream Rink, the scoreboard leads 12 to Bundy and 3 to Deer Park. 7 on the opening end, and going back in this direction.
Looks like Matty Bowser's
Bundy.
just got on top a little bit, 8-4. Good start by Harbour.
3 and a 5 to
Chris
Bowser,
Moore
and,
driving, he's just killed it.
big hit, and well,
come across
here's
the
the
ring.
jack coming into the commentary box. I might be on here, Spud. Never mind. Who's that? Brett Spur. Wow, hey, okay.
Got all the big wigs out here, Sammy.
Of course, representing the Melbourne Bowling Club this season in Premier 8. down to check out the opposition this evening. As we said, beautiful evening for its Buttons. Nice weather and high standing game across all the rinks. So if you're in the area, get on down. There's still plenty of action still to.
We've got that other game on tonight too, Sam.
I haven't even looked at a score, and no one's asked for one, so you're going to have to go and investigate, and if you get me an overall, that'd be appreciated.
Good effort tonight.
So we've got Whittlesea playing Essendon. Essendon currently on top. I think Whittlesea a third, Sammy. Dandenong club in the middle of them. Interesting game out at Whittlesea. Haven't played many ends here. We've got Robert McMullen 4-2 up against Jordan Yates. That's 2 up for Essendon. We've got Nick McIntyre leading Jared Birch. He's only played a few ends. Did they start? I thought they were at 6:30. Maybe it was 7 o'clock start, mate, was it? Over that, or they're slow on the scoreboard.
Bowling at 6 PM. I'm actually not sure if that's right or not, because on Bowling they've only played a couple ends.
It's leading Birdie by 1. Robbie Miller and Flapper are level. And Jack Woodhouse is leading Brad Willoughby by 1. So I'd have that as Whittlesea a couple up, mate, but really early doors.
Very, very early days. Awesome set again by Winnie Brackley. We hooked him up, and pretty handy couple openers. The boys have shortened the length right up here.
First real shorty we've had,
yeah,
Sam.
Yep. I'll keep my eye out for you, Brad Marin, if there's any unnoticed high fives around the joint.
Green still running good. Still a nice little shot here on the forehand, Sammy. Just clear that front blue. It's not going to be far away.
Caleb's had a pretty handy start as well. The opening 5 or 6 ends, but
Just a fraction short.
in the change of length, he's
Beautiful
just missed his
line.
weight. Yep.
Everyone seems to be doing something, aren't they? Sammy, it's just sort of runs doing their little bit.
Lane's pretty good, mate.
Caleb's just got to add a couple of foot.
Touching on getting Kenny down to watch. The best part is if there's, for some reason, not something happening on the stream rink, there's 3 other rinks of absolutely
Nailed the line again.
contents.
So we've got 3 to Deer Park here. Someone of Ryan Taten's quality, you expect him to... He hasn't got a million miles, but I'd be expecting him to draw this.
First end, and not to state the obvious, but Bundy's front end, that's their most loosest so far. And a good chance for Ryan Tain to put a little bit of pressure on. Holding 3
Weight
and
looks good, mate.
just needs this one to settle in.
It's going to be in a good aim anyway. And County.
Yeah, no target as well there, is there, Spud? It's just to
Well, really,
pull this one off.
really got 8 bowls nearly on the line here. Still a shot there, though. He's having a look at it. He's just a touch through.
Giving himself a fairly good look to correct on with his second at least.
Even really Deer Park here, bowl 1 sort of in the count, half a foot short will be handy. Make it really hard for really good Bundoora and not much on here.
Was that Sean just yelling out lovely track as soon as it left the hand?
Who said that, Sammy?
Didn't Nugget say lovely track as soon as it came out Ryan Tain's hand? He knew what he was talking about.
Well, he's a pretty good judge,
He's
mate,
pretty
based
good.
on that. There's a little bit of a shelf there, though. Not an easy shot,
Probably
but...
makes it harder to dead draw, does it? Is
Yeah,
it now in the way?
probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I think there might be a bit of weight here, mate. It's a good head setup. Hasn't done anything outrageous.
Yeah, still definitely
Dangerous
positive
weight,
enough.
though.
Just needs to get on the inside of this orange.
Jesus, good shot.
Big help.
Full
That
shot.
helps a lot.
Yeah, they're in the
Gee.
real strife there.
Fightback hold.
Obviously still 3 down, but
That's a lot
gives them one in
better.
the head, something to turn in. That orange can still be used there for Gazarib. Wouldn't be too disappointed with that. Good shot by Penny Winthrop.
Be interesting. I might see Nugget change hands here. He doesn't want to probably roll that up. I think you're playing the back end here, mate. Just try to roll that front ball over. With a stacked head, the rink across Chris Ball's rink, you could throw a blanket over about 12 bowls. He's changed hand. Doesn't look sure. Just a fraction over.
Come right through now then.
He split them 3 at the back, which is good. So what do we add? 13 bowls, Sammy, and I reckon one's missed the line by about 2 inches. Gary's playing the 4 in.
I think by far and away, Deer Park's best end of the match so far. What can Gary Kelly have to say about that? Not a mile away, Steve.
Jeez, you can't.
On the jack. Shot.
He's got it right.
What? Oh, the Jack's gone too far. Gaz can't believe that, neither can I.
Shot, mate.
Oh,
Big saver. He's cut a couple out, mate.
well, he's back
Just
to
got
1
that extra
down.
roll.
And the Jack just sprung just a fraction too far.
I think they'd be pretty happy 1 down, mate.
To 1
It's sort
down,
of
yeah.
head you're going to drop 4 and sort of not
looking
be able
that
to
way
do
for a
much
while,
about
yep.
it. Oh, he played a bomb.
Let's go, mate. Draw a
There is still room for the shot to be drawn off. Difficult to do, but
Jeez, he's not far
be
away.
past these sort of plays. Sean Ingham needs to run.
Probably had the weight, Sammy.
Falls. Oh, not far away.
1.
Guys are having a good look.
What's he doing here, though?
Try and draw it.
It's all them bowls on that hand, Sammy. It looks, geez, it looks hard to. Is he going to play a backhand draw?
Very close to 4, mate. Look, I'll be looking to try to land that roll, right? If you miss, get the here. Turning the meter, mate, and stay. Please, couple more in.
Just having to think about it. 4 in. Looks hard. Oh no, he's gone the backhand.
Okay, she's going to try and
Draw
oh,
it
as close as he
cold.
can.
Tony
Tony
Schiavello.
Schiavello yelled it out, but that might not be a good indicator. Maybe it is, Steve. Look at this for a shot.
God.
Gary Kelly.
What a play.
That is special from Gary Kelly.
I feel like put my hand out and getting a little bit of skin myself. Sam.
Yeah, just sort of jump over the commentary box. Come on. What a shot.
Played 2 hours, mate. As you said, I reckon that was probably
Oh, how good is that?
Deer Park's best end, and they've still dropped it. So it's probably this rink that's keeping the scoreboard that 6 or 7 in front, Sammy. 10-shot lead.
And the difference so far, all other rinks are, as you can see, fairly tight. Still in the early stages, about of a quarter way through the contest on the big board. The boys on the stream rink.
Deer Park have played all right on this rink, though, Sam. You could be sort of playing like this and be half a dozen in front and they're 10 behind. So
Oh, you
that
take
first
their
end, the 7, doesn't probably help, does
9
it?
times out of 10 on that end there, you look like Deer Park at least score.
Oh, second
Losing
shot,
it from that
second shot
situation
was a
and-
bonus for Bundoora on that end.
Gaz
No,
with an
good
absolute
start,
warp up.
Tony. Playing good. As I said, I don't think there's an average player out here at the moment, Sammy.
That lead battle's been spectacular. Caleb Short's played a solid second game to this point, and if there's been a chance to add to the count.
Good shot again.
The back end have done their job so far as well, which is what we expect at this level. And the guys have delivered so far.
There's nothing in the other 3 rinks.
Well, there wasn't, but there is another 5 to go to Chris Ball. Why do we keep... We've missed that again.
What is going
There's
on,
5
Sam?
to go on Chris Ball. I mean, there's been a 5 to Bouse, a 6 to J-By, and a 5 to Chris Ball. And
Geez, you
we
hear it
wouldn't
when
know
we get
about
one
it.
shot,
Yeah,
mate.
I know.
It's actually funny talking about Sperry before when we played Melbourne at home, and I think Lynchy was 1 down or something. Drew an absolute howler, and the yelling and screaming going on, and it was quite funny. Sperry came, he goes, "How many you made one?" I said, "Well, it's better than 1 down, Sperry, not surely." But yeah, everyone looked over forward, made 7 or 8, but it was only 1. One's a good. Shot from Caleb there.
After
Good weight.
25 ends, Bundoора's overall lead, despite the efforts of this rink, is
Evaporated,
all
isn't
but
it?
disappeared. Yep.
Might have to go over and tell the boys to make a bit more noise when they're picking up 5s and 6s.
Well, either that or
Maybe
they've had some
they
extreme
didn't
sort
get
of
the...
luck or something.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'll hear about it later on.
Yeah, definitely. As you would have seen, flashing across the screen, don't forget Vic Open entries for 2024. And now open.
Where are they playing
Jump on
that,
the
Sammy?
BV website. Follow the links. Host clubs of Traralgon and Morwell, and all clubs through the Latrobe Valley for the 2nd year running.
Another good shot. Beautiful weight, these 2 bowls. Played good weight here again. Is he down to the orange? Just going to miss him, mate. Probably hit that in for shot. Benny Whipper needs to take his hat off, mate. He's had a good trim for the live stream, that's I'm tipping, but got his money's worth there. Got more here on his chin and on top, I think, mate.
I think for as long as he's playing as well as he has the first 7 ends,
Yep.
if he's got any sort of superstitions, that'll stay the way it is.
Get to him.
Played it good.
And that hat is going to continue to stay on. That's another good shot by Benny Winther for Bundy.
Bit stiff to take Caleb's bowl out there, but it's a better one. It's hard to sort of tell, Sammy, how much effect it had with Dean O'Neill missing. Like, it's big out, it's a skipper.
Larry. Come on, lads. Larry. What a shot, Larry. Brilliant, buddy.
Larry Donahue there, front noser.
Nice shot, mate.
Petty went to do the same bowl.
More numbers to go on the board. Stevie, another 4 to J-By Norris and Co against Corey. So T-Park have hit the front. Benny Winther. An attempt
Nailed
to
the line.
yeah, try and really nail the jack. Has just dropped his weight.
Force Ryan to change. It's not a bad thing. Is he going here, Sammy? Just under. Beautiful weight. First time there in front, Sammy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, since Bundy picked up that 7 on the first end, T-Park have been playing catch-up and have hit the front ever so slightly. The momentum's clearly with them on the other 3 rinks, but for as long as this Bundy rink keeps going along as nicely they are, setting the head up well. Gary Kelly keeps playing shots of...
I reckon we're
Callum
going to go
Shaw
down
last
the
end. This will
last
be
end, Sammy.
close.
I
You've,
think it's
you've
gonna
called
be
this early.
last end, yeah.
You've called this very early.
Yeah, I think we'll be
I thought it was a hard one to tip.
7 ends here. We'll tell Gary to slow it down so we can watch the last end here, mate. We don't need any moving cameras.
Yeah, no. Don't recall really a weighted shot being played at all. Maybe a couple early on that opening end by Nugget, but that's about it.
Yep.
Just the way the heads have been set up as he makes his way back to the mat here.
It's probably
Down at the
slightly
head.
been more under the pump, I think, Sammy. Just
Yep.
slightly, not by much. We just saw the quality of Gary Kelly just before, though. He had absolutely nothing on that head. Gonna get down just a fraction away.
Just got it inside of this Caleb Shaw bowl and fall in is enough. Wow, gives him another one thereabouts. Pretty
It's definitely only one.
close. You thinking the Benny Winther shot on the line just behind the Jacks the shot there, Spud?
Oh,
or-
definitely the shot.
Got 2, mate. I'm following
The two
down.
he's
There you
saying.
go, yep.
Get to him, back
So
stop him.
Benny's and
Back in the
Caleb's
back.
wing bowl out to the right-hand side.
One, if I get outside of him and drop it, is it one down?
Comfortably, yeah, but you do get it right, mate. You're back to 4.
He's talking about just playing a couple of foot on this last bowl here to make 4. Unique style.
Unique but highly effective. But just
Probably
not on,
doesn't matter
not
how
on,
you
not
look,
on end
Sammy.
number 8.
No, we've just mozzed him now.
Right, so
He
Nugget,
hasn't got a lot on here.
yeah, couple down.
Perfect draw on the forehand is probably about all I can see, mate. You look in the other end.
Player,
I
haven't seen Nugget play heaps.
No,
Play more weight than less, or one up the middle, maybe even. I think the boys have settled on backhand.
Anything
There's
could
a few,
happen.
few good
Yep.
angles there happening back towards the
I
Jack.
think they're
a few
looking at the
shelves.
cannon, mate. Yep.
Yep.
He's just played nice this way. Nothing too outlandish. See underneath here, Sammy.
Keep running.
Oh,
Keep running.
close for second. I think it's still 2. I thought he might have attacked. He really played dead draw weight there,
Yeah, I
Sammy.
thought so as well. Maybe a little bit more or less giving himself a chance because, as we said, there was a few good angles happening. I want to throw a tape on this. Big shouts of Benny Harper before on the far rink. Bad news is Matty Bow still has one to come.
They're having a good look at it too.
Are they ever?
Ooh, it's close to the Jack.
To the head.
Might be one to BUNDOORA.
Bundy have won the end.
BUNDOORA got the map.
Boys still having it.
It's
Look,
hard to look at that bowl being in there.
Caleb Shaw bowl looks like it was definitely in.
2.
Couple? 2, we got there eventually. And for the first time on the stream, Rink had back-to-back ends won. It's gone the way of BUNDOORA. It's a 15-3 lead after 8 ends. You would not have called that.
No.
And it
No.
would have been even more hard to imagine that
Even though,
BUNDOORA
yeah.
have a 2-shot. What is it, level overall now at 31 apiece?
If you're looking at the 4 rinks across the board, Sammy, I reckon if you were asked to pick the 4 leading skippers after 18, you'd probably get them all wrong. I'm tipping. Played good, Tony. Very consistent. Have a good bowl. Your foot.
Just a sort of a flurry of ends finish all at the same time, so scoreboard now reflects the current state of play. D Park, 2-shot lead on the big board.
Winston's
He
not
has
far away.
been pretty handy early on.
Having a real good battle, these two. It's line ball for mine.
Absolutely smoked the line once again.
Lights are coming on a bit, Sammy. It's a bit hard to play in the dark. And a far away tone. Beautiful shot. Beautiful. That's Tom Hicks on it again over there, isn't it, Sammy?
One on and
Ring.
one not so on.
Yep.
That's the aim of the game.
1 out of 2's alright.
Yeah, just like it is on the stream rank here. Very handy from the boys. They're just setting them up.
Good shot
Other
from
boys are
Posty
following.
over there. It's nearly drawn the front upper off.
Often delivers. Just Liam Turner.
Another underrated player. Good kid too.
Great kid.
Gentle, mate. Gentle, mate. Great try.
Handy from Caleb there. And Tommy Hicks has just come out and said, no, I don't want that there. So he's just taken Posty out. So
He's
they're
a
holding a
star.
good
They got
couple.
a few of these Geelong
Yep.
boys coming up,
Yep.
don't they, from Geelong, the Deer Park lads, and I feel this is their first season. A few have come back to try and
Good shot from Pricey.
replicate their success from last season.
Posty's just missed it on the outside.
Peter. Great try, son.
Caleb in the area again. Spuddy's giving his bowler every chance. Just needs the right contact. Oh, locks right in.
Deserve that result.
The
Played
jack
a good ball.
now between last bowl and Tony's blue one. That's making it.
And it's funny
Very
that
hard,
that
isn't it?
side has been a bit tougher. Sammy, tonight I reckon it just
Yep.
sort of, you've got to get your weight perfect if you're playing this side of the green.
Forces
He's gone
Andrew
wide.
Price into weight. Missing under. Just trying to clear some of a few of those front bowls there out of the road.
Sort
Gonna
of
be
Gary's
pretty hard to get
asking,
to, isn't
yeah,
it?
Gary's asking him not to sort of put a bowl jack eye here, so he
Just
wants
trying
one to the side here. Don't want to create a target here because it's going to be very hard to get to.
Yep. A few of our regulars tuning in as Pennant just needs to run a bit more. Brendan Elliott tuning in, doesn't miss too much.
Probably just short of where he wanted it.
Oh, there's Ray Thorne, Tommy Graham in the comments.
Taking weight again.
Under again, I think, mate.
Yep.
You're
Looks a hard shot.
2 feet. Just under here somewhere, 2 feet.
He just wants Benny Wimper to get past his last bowl.
Jack, got a few out here. Then it's all yourself.
Bum bum.
Better weight, Sammy.
Good try here, mate. Price.
And the call,
down on
Gary
that
pretty happy with
Levy's
this.
foot, mate. Yep.
Well, they've got 2 on the high side, and
That's in the mayor's office.
if the contact isn't enough to get this jack out of bounds, that's where it's going. Ryan Tate looks to be closer. Well, the 2 shot bulks still remain.
At least he can probably see the bowl hole now.
Correct, and it probably kills with that
Yep.
weight through the front, but I've
Yep.
seen stranger things
Could
happen.
come forward too, Sammy.
You probably have as well, yeah.
Oh, seen plenty. Spend 10 minutes getting a position bowl at the back on the left-hand side, 3 degrees over here, and it goes forward about 30 metres. So. Stock standard in this game.
Like if he's driving, mate, 1 amongst 4, so I don't think fatten it up anyway. Again, just out here.
Playing it very smart here.
Yeah,
They
well-
think the jack's going to this side of the green, so they're just putting another one out there.
Correct, and with that drive, Deer Park only have 1 bowl on the head.
Yep. Yeah,
And
Price.
there's every
yeah,
chance if he goes that
Yep.
Andrew Price blue bowl,
Yep. Oh,
they'll
it's
find themselves
probably
in a
5 or
world
6.
of hurt again.
5 or 6. He's put it in a good spot. Smart play here.
So
You
2
don't
down.
get greedy.
Does he still go it? Only 2.
Personally, I'd get another one, try to get another 3rd or 4th, another 3rd shot in there. playing nice.
Played
He's
just a nice
reading
sort of
weight.
positive draw it.
Bit of contact on the front.
It's a pretty handy effort from Sean Ingham.
Away. Got nothing.
And somehow,
Yep.
that blue bowl of Andrew Price has snuck through the two Bundoora bowls. So
His bowler stayed, but
They've
does
got-
that give Gary an opportunity?
all they've got is third shot. Bundy still have another couple after that.
I don't think he'll take the risk of running this out, though.
I think Gaz would be pretty happy with the way
Yeah.
that's set up,
You're leading 15-3, you don't want something to go pear-shaped here.
especially with the overall as even as it is.
Go, guys.
Let's see what Gaz opts to do.
One ball, mate. Jackson land that, turn him up.
Jay!
We heard a bit of noise there, Sammy.
There's a lot of blue bowls with yellow stickers around the joint, a couple of rinks over. That would indicate Deer Park holding a huge number. Corey
Corey
Wedlock
has
wants to come.
He's not overly keen on it.
Gaz is playing to sit this bowl out, Spud. This is incredible. Oh, is he into it? Oh, no.
Oh,
There's a bit happening.
did all right. He did all right, mate.
There's a bit
He
happening.
actually had that ugly weight that could have sprung the jack there.
Tell you what else is happening. Corey Wedlock drawing shots when
Yeah.
4 or 5 down.
And it's amazing. I just watched that, Sammy. He actually got rid of the bowl, I reckon, before Jay Boys had even stopped rolling. You know, so that's just confidence in the guy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that straightforward for Jay because the boys are having a bit of a look. It might be in a tricky spot to get out.
Got to
so-
have 5 seconds, haven't they, at least?
Yeah, correct. All right, so Nugget down at the head again. Wasn't far away with his first. I think this might even be a bit better. Needs to turn.
Jeez, he's played an enormous. Oh. That's what we're talking about, that smart play from Gary and Benny there, getting bowls. They saw the jack on that side of the green. What is it, Sammy? 1 or 2?
It was strange. Both Ryan and Ben initially indicated it was 2 to Bundoora.
Okay.
And then Ryan's decided he's going to have a little bit of a closer inspection.
J-Boy missed.
Yeah, that bowl of Corey's, is that
Huge.
still there? Yeah, that was
Huge,
that
mate.
could have been a huge
5 or 6 there.
huge
It's,
pickup.
I don't think you need to be getting 10 or 12 beyond the J-Boy Norris Rink too, so that keeps that in check.
It's a very quick signal from the boys, but Caleb Shaw's all over it. Updates the board for us with a
2.
couple shots
2.
to the way of Gary Kelly and co. That's 3 ends in a row for them. 17-3 lead after just 9 ends. Was not expecting this at all.
You have these games, Sammy, though. You get off. It's amazing after a game you go, geez, we bowled all right today and we got beat by 18 shots. It just seems ridiculous. And then the following week you won't bowl as good and you win by 15.
That's how
So
it goes sometimes, correct. Corey Wedlock breathes a pretty big sigh of relief, a couple of rinks over as well. Comes up with a big shot, him and J-Boy trading blows. That was an important end. It stops the run of 3 ends in a row to Jay's Rink.
that bowl's on the jack again. Is he going down there placing that over there, Sammy? Just, you can't keep getting it on the jack like that in that far Rink, can you?
Shot spills out, well done. Spills up.
Yeah, 2 goodies, mate. Yeah, 2 on the head, mate. Well done.
We haven't had too many bad heads, Sammy. Look at this. Beautiful bowls. Shot by Brad Swartzer over the far ring. Up and down the shot.
Probably just shows with the quality of plays we've got on show. Quality green and pretty kind conditions.
Yep.
It's just the standard of game.
Green's still running
Got-
good, Sammy.
Yeah, it is. It's held up well. It's still obviously a bit of an earlier start, so 6:30 start tonight. So still light here, but as you mentioned, the lights are on.
One shot. head.
Nearly just drifting across.
Caleb's interested in this. Great shot here from Caleb.
What a shot that
He
is.
makes it a fraction wider.
Doesn't really fatten the target up at all.
Not
It's
a
ripped
lot.
right back onto the line. What a
Throwing
great
a
shot.
bit of weight here.
Entry Prices had to play a few of these shots early just to try and change the head up. The Deer Park
Just
boys
missed.
narrowly missing.
They've got good position at back. I think we'll see Gary sort of arc something, definitely reaching the head here.
It's a pretty nice head if you're on the mat and you're Ben Winther at the moment, holding a pretty good 3. Anything past the jack is a bonus. Draws to this light blue one is good as well.
Yeah, this is good bite. Going to clear that. He's got
Yeah,
that other ball
lands that
back
and-
anyway, which is in a good home.
Deer Park back to just the 1 in the area. Mind you, it's only
I reckon you should be
4th
whacking.
shot at best. You're going
Should
early
be
here.
whacking. Yeah,
Spud.
no, whack this. Whack this. Get the middle ball. They probably all go, to be honest. They're playing this sort of tough weight.
See how Ryan Tatum plays that. No, not quite what you
He's
thought.
going to be too wide.
As you said,
Nah, I'd be sort of...
trickier weight.
Yeah, it's got to be easy to go. Anyway, they've got another back bowl. Got to be a bit mindful too, I suppose, Sammy. They've only got that one bowl of Winston Brackley's behind the head.
Just in case something funny
Yeah,
does happen or allow the opportunity for Gary
Yeah.
Kelly or Benny Winther to work their magic.
If you play a perfect bowl on this backhand, you could actually set that bowl a couple of wide.
Gee, this is not terrible, is it, Spud?
No.
What's Benny got here?
Jeez, he's going to count, mate. That's a great shot. That's in.
Good
It's in
shot.
for mine.
No target.
It's,
Does Ryan go quicker now? Oh, I didn't quite
Doesn't
get the
look
call
like
if
it.
Nuggets said the same or not. Backing him to correct.
I don't know what it's going to do, mate. I suppose you can get back to...
She played less weight.
Yep.
Trying to work out where the jack was over there.
I reckon a couple of our guys would be trying to smash it anyway.
No, I know a few that would. What's the play
I'd
now
say
for Gaz? This is pretty much couldn't ask much more in terms of setup. If
you
he
got
goes,
4, mate. I'd probably split the back. I suppose you got Caleb there. They're probably better idea to see whether Jack's going to pop out here, Sammy, but I don't think you want to make it any wider. Yeah, he's
to
just
Gaz
getting
up.
behind, mate. Just getting behind. Just smart play. Smart
Just
play.
trying
Don't
to
get greedy, mate.
Pick
Cover that side
where
of
the
the
worst
line.
situation is for
Yeah.
him and cover that the best you can. And
I think he's looking to
done well.
come off the front, even Caleb's bowl, and go that side of the green. So,
just a few little issues with the camera down this end. Brad is onto the case.
Again. Wide again, isn't he, Sammy?
Loses his bowl.
You reckon, mate? If he gets ball on the jack at that pace, what you thinking?
Say again?
If he gets that ball onto the jack at that sort of pace, what you thinking?
Yeah, well, it probably gets through to him, mate.
Yeah, I would. I'd go again, mate.
He's probably a bit stiff.
Boys are just sort of picking the absolute worst possibility
Yep.
in case the jack spits around.
Benny sort of asking him to put in between the 2 blue bowls there, so he's covered all angles here. You've nearly covered the back, he's covering the left-hand side and the right. Smart play though, Sammy. Don't get greedy, you hold 4.
The only thing you're going to do is end up probably helping out Shawnee
Yep.
more than anything if you try and go near the head here.
Oh, he's gone. What will we know, mate? What will we know?
I will retract that statement. And he's added
and left no target.
He's a bit stiff in the sense that he's rolled Benny Winters out. It's 4-4.
He was quick. Oh, he's
Direct.
under.
This is under, is it?
Yep. Takes a measure out of it, mate. 4 shots.
It's another 4 to the Bundy crew. It's crazy start halfway through. These BVTV live streams, but they're just throwing up stranger results by the
overall,
street.
there's only 3 though, Sam.
Yes,
it's not like
correct.
they're 20 in front and the game's 30, and then we're talking about the prune and the roses or something. We can at least talk about bowls.
21-3.
Yep. Take it when you can get it.
Yeah, correct. They just got to keep going. It's the challenge now for the Bundy boys. Tony and Caleb
Goes to show that
Deer Park no chance up front, really.
that shot of Corey's earlier, 5 or 6, then sort of Deer Park are hitting the front by half a dozen shots type thing. So nothing in the hubba. Any bounce, Rink?
The problem for Bundy at the moment is Chris Ball have picked up the last 5 ends in a row, Spud, and
Yep. Just got to stop the
jumped
right,
ahead
mate. You
4-14,
just got to get an in.
Yep.
Get a 1's good. Benny Hubba's Rink, did you get that, Sammy? 9 all.
Another 2 to go on
Yep.
after the halfway mark there, so that's 9 apiece on the far rink.
I think everything else is right, mate.
And that's just about up to date as we approach the halfway mark, and a couple to J Boy and Deer Park. So, as you called on the opening end, pal, this one's going to look like it's going to go right down to the wire. Just
as I
get
said,
that sense.
If we're looking close at the end, I'll just tell them all on this rink to have a bit of a stall, mate. And we'll stay here. Still hard to believe they're 18 shots behind this rink. Certainly haven't played bad. Beautiful weight here from Caleb. Just give his bowl a chance. Great
And
shot.
that's what he's done more than not. That's been the difference. Just
played 2 foot of weight, mate.
Yep,
Never
perfect
gonna
seconds roll. Just if there's missed, he's in the area that Gary'd be happy with.
Pricey hasn't been far away either. Just a bit under here and weight.
Just been under pressure, even if playing a second, because Tony
you're getting on the
Caleb
mat
have
down
backed each other
most
up.
times.
Yep.
Gets
And
hard after a while.
in doing so, he would have picked up as been forced into a few more weighted shots, and
Bit quicker here, Caleb.
had
Still
the luxury
nice
to
weight. Well played.
draw
2 good
bowls every end.
shots.
Great shots, Caleb Shaw. I haven't seen Caleb play
I think
for
he's
a
a
while,
confidence
but
player,
geez, he's going
Sammy.
fantastic at the moment, Steve.
Yeah, he's found himself in the 2s a couple of times. I think he was down there once last year, a couple of times this year. He's the sort of kid that's just got to believe. He's 18 years old. He needs to understand that he belongs at this level. As I said, winning the club singles here, it's not an easy thing to do. So you've got to have ability to do that. Good young kid though too, mate. Good young kid. Benny Wimper.
Yeah, I reckon he's overplayed this, but any jackers towards Tony Schiavello's shots? Yeah,
Might have made it a fraction easier.
still possibly holding pretty close in.
Have a look at Caleb's bowl, the position that's in now. That's
Yeah,
just
exactly
in A1.
right. Yep.
Can get the jack to the right hand side. Should be reaching here, Sammy. Any part of Benny Wimper's bowl probably makes 2. Got the pace. I think they've struggled on that side of the green, Sammy. Just
Yeah, well, it's
getting their
been
line. I think the line, they're a bit better on the other hand.
coming back in this direction, especially at Deer Park haven't won an end coming this way in
Luca
well,
Yellows.
10, so 5 attempts.
Drawing a ripper over on the far ring. Like his bowls. Them green and yellow things are good.
Yes.
Tony's gone a bit early here. Is he? No?
Oh, ended up in trying to just correct that way. He's probably a tad over with his first, and
I've been told he's the worst judge in Australia in the bowl and the run, but that's been too bad tonight, Tone.
I reckon he's been about 50-50, which
Yeah.
really doesn't help
Oh,
our calls in the commentary box whatsoever.
50-50 is good for him now, I reckon, on the mail I've been getting.
Nah, he's played superbly, Tony,
Oh,
so
played
far.
great. Ryan's just under in weight again. Nailed the line.
Calls of 80, the little master.
Superstar.
Gazza, and you can see there, he's sort of signalling to give himself more of a chance to at least arrive, change the shape of the head, or trail the jack all the way through. And probably a little bit disappointed he didn't have a couple foot more on the line he was on. James Pearce changing the head right up on the far rink for Matty Bouse. Pretty happy with that. So close for shot here. The boys have had a couple looks. Still access for both skips to get to the head on this backhand side. Get through. Shouts at Disco. They're up and about there. The Deer Park right next door. Chris Ball. He's playing superbly the first no-one ends of this contest. As we touched on earlier, Josh Corliss needs to make something happen and win an end here. It's been 5 ends in a row to the Deer Park crew on the ring next door. Nuggets pretty close here. Just needs the right contact. And they'll stop the run of 4 Bundy ends in a row. So once Deer Park, and I will be thinking we have a bit of a chat just to change up the momentum as we hit the halfway mark. It's Bundy and Deer Park on your Friday night. It's been a crazy start to the first game back from our Christmas break in round 10. There's been numbers, plenty of shot making, great battle between the front ends, and overall it couldn't be much closer. And no surprises you would have seen throughout many of our games on a Friday night. If a team has momentum, team against the momentum is able to pick up an end. Bit of an exchange up the rink, bit of a chat, and usually some sort of drastic length change. Monty Brackley leading for Deer Park's gone Matt all the way back. And the jack, as you can see there, just about on the spot, so pretty much a full-length end. We'll see who can adjust the better. Another couple to go on the scoreboard there to J Boys Rink, so we are locked a piece at 41 all. Bundy currently sitting 6th on the table, just outside the top 4. Park looking to remain on top of the ladder. Trying to keep the ball rolling as we head into the final 5 rounds. Pretty handy once again from Tony Schiavello, been very steady. And in fact, Deer Park hit the front with 8. 1 to Matt Bouse on the far end. Can't quite catch it, but William Brackley's balls are both still in play. As Tony Schiavello, that's pretty handy. The full first length we've seen tonight, it's been ditch to ditch, and it's once again given the Bundy boys the advantage, the upper hand. Was another end to Chris Ball. That's 6 ends in a row. It's a 15-4 lead.
Again, matey. Keep going.
Kazza just asking Caleb to lose a yard. His is also just on the very edge of the ditch, just next to the rink number. Oh, it's ducked late. I'll take you off mute first, Steve Adamo, then you can tell me your thoughts.
That'll help. No, I've walked away for 2 minutes and they've actually scored on this rink, so...
They have. Sean again with his last bowl, just able to turn that front one of Winston Brackley's in for number 1. And as I touched on, no surprise to see a length change. They've gone just about ditch to ditch, correct. And
Ryan's having a good look at this.
it might have been just what Ryan Tate needed.
Yeah, he's got it.
He has. How far is the jack
shot.
gone? Not too far at all. Just enough for Deer Park to hold a couple of shots.
Doesn't take much to change though, Sammy. You pick up a couple ends in a row. The other rinks look over and they're scoring. Sort of helps.
Yep.
Just... Geez, he's not far away. 2 foot away, all over it. Good idea for Ryan to just touch his jack again here.
It was probably the one that just struggled a little bit with the weight in the opening 10
Yep.
ends, or 11 ends, mind you, and
It's only halfway through the game, mate.
only halfway through, that's correct, and he's drawn a toucher here, so he's a player that if he gets going, it's very hard to stop.
Yep.
I don't think he's too bad here either, Stevie.
He's having a good look at it, mate.
Oh, he's absolutely smoked this. This is all over it.
Oh, and touches it, mate.
And touches it. Well, you called he had to touch it
Yep.
again, and he did that. What a great set from Ryan Tate, and that's making it pretty hard.
They've got Winston Brackley's bowl as a catcher there too,
Yeah,
mate.
there is. Caleb Shaw, you can't quite see it on screen, has the very back is sort of just near the rink number you can see poking out the bottom of your screen.
You gotta tell me last promotes me or gets the orange on the 2.
Gary wants a bit more weight than Benny wants to play.
I think Benny was confident just trying to
Just get another one in the head.
arrive, sit the blue.
Get second shot.
Gaza probably
Oh, he's gone here.
looking a bit more aggressive, trying to change something up the front. Needs to change something up.
Gonna go under, mate. Could have got that back one out, which would have helped.
Misses. So
Very good setup here, mate.
yeah, probably. We thought about, what was it? Coming back away, probably in about 5 or 6. Deer Park had a pretty unbeatable setup.
Big shot
Gary
from
Kelly had last say about that.
Chris Ball there.
Man is fired up. He's hardly missed. Those aero green and, what are they? Green and pinks? Green and purples? Generally don't recall looking across and seeing his bowls not impacting the head. And it's showing on the scoreboard there.
Smart play here, mate. He's just going to get another position, though. Is he going to clear the head? Yep.
Tell you what, he can sit this and fall back and nearly get in the count.
Yeah, it's played it good, though. That's exactly where the jack's going on. Gary's either probably got to try to draw a second shot, mate, or as you say, bash through the front and sort of hope a bit here. Good enough to draw a second shot here. I think he's looking aggressive to me, though. What did Chopper do next door? Did you see that, Sammy?
Missed it, but I know Gary Kelly's eyeing this one off. Genuinely, Gazza in the mic. Smacked what he wanted the whole way down, and
nothing happened.
Those other 3 bowls have not moved an inch.
No.
Spud have not moved at all. What he has done is given himself a bit more of a marginal bit more of a look at that.
Did their bowl split the other 2 at the back there, Sammy?
It did. That's Gaz's bowl that has trickled all the way through.
Probably
You
helps
can see
a bit.
there the blue just to the right of that. It's the Brackley bowl, so they at least have 2 past the head now.
Yeah, is he going to play the forehand or play the backhand here, Sammy? Probably again doesn't want to play the forehand and give him another target. Yeah, he's going on the backhand. Case has had a bit of weight over there, just missed. He's sort of half interested.
Pretty good here, just needs to settle.
Yeah. Good attempt. Well, I don't think Gary can get shot here, mate. I think his only option is to whack the bowl and kill him. It's Benny done here, mate. Jeez, has he got second shot out of that, Sammy? Enormous. Got second shot out of that, Sammy, I think, mate.
Sorry, Spud. I was just talking to Johnny, the great John Roberts, who's down here tonight. And I've told him that, gee, I can't believe Gary's playing that way. That looks far too difficult.
Second shot.
He's got second shot out of it.
3 out.
What a bowl.
I just got an update from Ray Pretty too on the Whittlesea Essendon game. Currently Whittlesea 26 and Essendon 14 after 23 ends.
Oh, the
I don't
dead
know.
ends galore, or they're having half an hour tea breaks between each end. I reckon they're a bit further through than that,
Yeah,
according to Bowls Link.
Do you want me to go through it, Sammy, or you want to have a look, mate? I know Ray Pretty's out there. I'll ask him to send some scores through.
Pretty much dead level going off what's on Bowls Link. Robbie McMullen leading Jordan Yates 12-4. That's the way of Essendon. Nick McIntyre 7, Jared Burt 3, Robbie Miller 8, Ed Flapper 9, Jack Woodhouse 9, Brad Willoughby 5.
Done well, Jack Woodhouse. Only lost one game this year. Got Mojo playing 3 to him. I think he's got Neil Owen and Favero, I think, from memory in that ring. He's 7 wins, one loss and 1 draw.
So
Ex-Bundoora player.
We'll see with a one-shot, Essendon, sorry, with a one-shot lead overall. They're about a similar stage to the game as us, so keep an eye on that as well. Close contest in our other Prem Reserve game on your Friday night. It was definitely one, was it, to Deer Park there, Spud? Put that on the board?
Yeah,
put it on the scoreboard, we'll go with it.
Definitely only one.
Good.
Bit stiff there, Tony. Around the front, he was probably all over it.
And thank goodness for Bundy. Josh Corliss and Cove stopped the run of what's that, 6 cents in a row for Chris Ball, so a 1 to go on there.
How many ends did Gary Kelly get in a row there, Sammy?
Yeah, they were on a run of...
They weren't picking up big numbers,
4,
but
and Deer Park have won the last 2 back-to-back singles.
Helps the cause. Just over halfway, all square.
Sorry. Sorry. Shot, brother.
Going that good, Caleb. He's getting through holes that aren't even there. Boy, a bit unlucky.
Noise are here, son. Hit her. There. Quit, pretty good there.
A good boy. I'd say 1 to Caleb here. Not an easy shot here for Ryan Tate, but his last couple of ends, he's played really good.
.44 apiece, Spud. You've called this from the outset. It was always looking like on paper it'd be a tight contest as...
I'll be surprised we go the
Tate
last
rushes the
end
front.
with us team 9 up. Put it that way. Big bowls getting played everywhere here, mate. Damo's just bowled an absolute ripper. The chopper. Larry Donahue coming down here, Sammy. Bit unlucky.
Fair effort here by Benjamin Winther. Stevie.
Magnificent.
What? Oh, that is quality. Not able to see any of the jack from the mat.
Have to play a bit of weight now, Sammy, on the forehand here, I think.
A fair lawn bowl by Ben Winther.
Played good.
I think you're right, Steve. Rhino will into this.
Well, he's played this good weight. This is the weight.
This is the weight we're after.
Yeah. Bang, see what happens. Not much.
Absolutely nothing.
Played that good.
Absolutely nothing. We're like, here we go. This is the weight we've been after.
Maybe we need a
and
full-blooded one, Sammy, just to get the juices going a bit. Seems to have a good shot, that bowl coming through there. Looks a
really good
shot.
angles on the forehand through the jack.
Both theirs.
Yep.
It's Benny good. Yes, his weight here, Sammy.
Just has to get under this orange, doesn't he?
Unlucky. Unlucky.
Two things I find crazy about what just happened there. Ben Winthrop apologising after the end he's just played. Another one, Gazza saying, missed the orange the whole way down, and look where it's hit. Absolutely middle of the orange if we get Ryan Tate to stand out of the way.
If I was apologising, mate, I'd be saying sorry all day. So.
Yes.
Look at it. It's up to you, though. Play it. It's all you got, mate.
He's probably got his confidence up the last couple of ends here. He's got a shot on. It's not easy, Sammy. Any contact on that front, though.
It looks like there's good angles. Just depends if he can make it happen. Outside white, one through it. It's good. Back on the jack.
Oh, got nothing.
We keep putting the moss on the...
Yep.
Well, there's no good angles there anymore because it's all open up to draw off, but Gary Kelly has two first.
Is that ball Caleb's front one in? Close.
Yeah, the angles can be a bit deceiving on the old live stream, Spud. You'll get to learn. I reckon it might still only be two, but
still got Ryan
a couple of bowls to come.
At least you can see the jack now. You can draw the confidence here.
100%. That's a shot, Gazza. You get him, mate. You get him, mate. Positive. Second shot. Second. Come on, guys.
What's he going for here? Going for the edge of the orange, Sammy.
Yeah, well, the plan means Ryan's goes straight out and makes, well, we've seen 1-7 already.
I'd say based on that, Nugget needs to get another one in here, mate.
Correct. So possibly only two, but if that orange bowl Ryan Tatons goes out the head, 2, 4, 6, if Gazza's hangs around 7. So fairly vital that Sean Ingham going from draw to drive.
I'll tell you a funny story after this end, Sammy.
All right.
And then this year, he's got it out there. Is it going to come in, mate? Comes late. Jeez, he's played. Good. Second shot, is it?
Well,
that's
if it's
a good
not
shot.
It's second.
Good shot. I think Gary would be trying to get the orange.
There's no way he's looking. Come on, Gary.
We've got it wrong twice already.
Come on, pal.
You know what he's looking at?
There's no way. I know what he's looking at.
Getting the orange onto the other thing, mate. Brian Taton's wide bowl onto that, please.
I know that's what he's looking for, but there's no way.
That's what I'm going to talk about after this end, Sammy. I'll tell you about a shot I saw earlier this year.
Well, I want him to play this to see what happens. There's no way it gets all the way across.
He's not doing.
It's got to be too quick to get all the way back across, doesn't it? I mean, like, can it get the edge there and still get the ball to move across the head that quickly to get there?
He can, but gee, you're holding one.
Is it just
I'd
as
like to see him
valuable
drawing for
sit
two.
it for two or flop it down for 2 or 3? He's going to play. I think he's going to play it.
Gary, please.
If this comes off, this will be just about one of the... this will be the best shot I've ever seen. And probably the best ever shot we've picked up on a live stream.
I'm about to tell you about the best shot I've ever seen this year.
All right. This could top it if Gary Kelly pulls this off. This is ridiculous.
Oh, God.
We'll never know. We'll never get to see it.
Know. No, the end I'm talking about this year, Simsy was skipping our rink and we were playing early 4-side, and actually Chippy was playing 3 for us. And
Nathan Lewis.
And Simsy come down the head and said, I'm going to get, just like that, I'm going to get this bowl and hit, and then cannon onto the bowl 25 foot away, sideways, to make 6. And me and Chippy actually just laughed our heads off. And Simsy come down and got it, and took the bowl out for 6. The only trouble is we had early 4-side with 3 foot, he's 6 down, and draws it. The kitty went in the pit, we had 6, and Arlie draws it on the plimp board, of course. I had a go at Arlie too. I said, mate, you had 3 foot to the plimp. He goes, I want to draw it on the plimp, make it look a bit better. So, and he did. Amazing shot. Me and Chippy didn't know what Simsy was actually talking about, to be quite honest, and we were laughing our heads off. Didn't think he'd play it, but... Yeah.
And breathe. 50 of 84 ends played here at Bundy Bowls Club for our first stream back for Premier A action in
Good shot.
2024, and still absolutely nothing to separate both these sides.
Benny Hubbard's Rink's come right back against Matty Bears too.
Well,
They were
they've
5
only-
or 6 behind, weren't they?
I reckon they've won the majority of ends over there, Spud, but Matty Bears picked up a
numbers.
3 to 5 early, which is
They've come back because they were sort
a
of...
slight difference. Yep.
Yep. They're flying balls though, you couldn't pick a winner.
Josh Corliss has picked up the last couple of ends, a couple of singles just to stop the run, really, just to even things up. Winston Brackley, if he was able to run past his own, not quite. Tony Schiavello, another solid open up.
I'm having a look on J-Boys Rink, that Chris Green's obviously using different bowls to when we played him. They all look the same over there, Sam.
Look at
What
this
a blue.
kid go. This kid doesn't miss.
No, he's played well. I've told you early, get his confidence up, he could do anything. Bushy's drawn a ripper in there, mate.
Drawing a ripper. He's playing second. That's outrageous.
Close. Even their snorkel over there, playing 3 over there. It's not a bad third either, Sammy. Just drawing the shot over there.
A few comments coming in saying the stream rink's going to be the difference as to whether Bundy get up here or not. It's probably a fair take. You think if Gary's able to
always hard,
continue
though.
building up the heads the way it is, it's hard to keep going now,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it, when you're in
is.
this position?
I actually think the opposite, Sam. I reckon it's a rink that's getting belted if they can win their last few wins and just sort of narrow it down to a 10 or 11 shot loss instead of getting beat by. I sort of more think on that side, but look, you could be right. Sometimes it goes with you. 22-5 is a good lead, but that could end up 25-16 or something like that. That could be the difference in the game for Deer Park, so.
Clear road here is real handy. Doesn't want to fall out. Oh, well, it's not the worst in the world, I suppose. Only 3. Dean Martin. Yes, there's a stream. I was going to say next Friday. It's not next Friday. It's a Thursday night stream. Australia Day on the Friday. So Yarraville Footscray up against Altona on Thursday night. 6 p.m. kickoff. Nice and early.
I think you go through the back end with a bit of weight here, Sandy.
Come on, Case. Well played, Emma. Brilliant, son.
Done
Oh,
that.
you've called that. Not a million miles away here. This is into the pack from Ryan Tatum. Good shot here.
Geez, unlucky.
Not a great result by any means. If anything, though,
His other shots
there's a nice
exactly
ball
the
there
same,
still.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, get onto that blue. I think he'll get rid of both of them. Come off the orange. Benny Wimper's probably likely to change that up. It's bowled really good. Come to good aim.
Just ripping back. As long as I get the blue where I can.
It's a good aim. It's not going to
Okay,
hurt
so
there.
the
Every chance of it
same
coming back.
shot for Ryan
Yep.
Tate, and you can see the port there. You can see the 3 shots of the Bundy boys. Pretty.
Gets on that blue or even gets off
Shot
the
on.
orange, I think, here, Sammy.
Well played, Millsy. On your Millsy.
Millsy's just played a good shot there.
Ryan Taten's got this all the way, I reckon, Spud.
Yep, good shot. Only one?
hard to tell.
Played it good. 2 good shots. What's Chopper doing here?
I think you get a indication from Benny. He's having a close look over the head.
Might be looking for cover here again, Sammy.
Cover.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to
Yeah,
you.
covering the jack.
Yes. Oh, what a superb effort by Gary Kelly. Covering the jack.
What's Chris Ball done?
Gee whizzer.
Don't know if there was touches over there.
No idea what happened.
Like
Chris Paul's given a big yes, come on. The jack's ended
Yeah.
up in the ditch, but Benny Cotter's picked. Is that Benny Cotter?
Yep,
Picking up the mat.
yep. I think that was
I
his
reckon it
touch
was
that went in the ditch, mate.
I think it was quite a few down there, so I'm going to say that was a big save there from Chris Paul. A good hit, but Bundy win the end nonetheless. What Sean Ingham got for Deer Park. Missing narrowly.
If he gets me with that, what happens?
Turning on, it should get back onto the jack a little bit.
He's had those difficult heads, Sammy, though, hasn't he? He's just got to play a perfect bowl.
Yes, correct.
Benny Harper just picked up that end. Brad Swartz, right? Is it Brad or Jason leading? I
Brad.
always getting confused.
Brad, that's Brad over there tonight.
That's Brad. He's got the mat here. Got the mat. Benny Cotter.
Bit of noise around the place,
Yep.
but it's starting to heat up as we head into the business end of this game. Another one in the area for Gary Kelly. It's just
Actually-
drifted past.
Sean Ingham was just over near the commentary box before he goes, I need help here. I need help. I'm looking at myself thinking I'm the wrong person to ask. Yeah, I like the back end. I like that too, mate. I reckon it got stuck on his hand a bit, mate. Oh, geez, close. Good shot.
Oh, and shift the jack. I'm not sure if that does enough for shot or not.
Even when I'm in the zone, I'm
Still two.
Might have been a couple of choice words here.
They might have. Lucky I just talked in time. Couple to Bundy.
Couldn't have played it any
24-5
better though,
lead.
Sammy.
I don't think so. But that's what happens when you've got more bowls in the head,
Yep.
Mr. Spud. It's been the case more often than not.
Say that all the time. People say to you, geez, well, stiff, you know, we could have got the jack. Well, when they got 4 in there and you got 1 in there, mate, it's every chance it's going to go to them.
It's happened
So,
more often than not, and most of the ends we've seen.
still wins you better, mind you.
Absolutely. 3 ends in a row to Josh Corliss. 1 to Benny Harbour, and Bundy regain the lead. Just back and forth, back and forth.
Hey, mate, anyone's going. Luke Eddington coming down here. He's having a good look at it.
Lucas, a late call up tonight.
Played it good. Stiff.
Dirty shot, and for a rare occasion, Tony Schiavello has missed.
Well, he's due. Over 60s Australian side, isn't he? Sammy? Tony Schiavello?
Yeah, Vic side at the moment. Last,
I reckon he made the
last series
Australian
he's played.
side last year. The over 60s, I'm pretty sure.
Bit of weight from Corey Redlock, a couple of rinks over.
Don't know what happened
Yeah,
there.
fortunate result. That's Adrian's on the jack, so I think Bundy will score. Just don't know if Jay's got any left. Who won the last end? He does. No, he doesn't. Sorry, Jay won the last end.
Yeah, this is probably the important stage of the game here,
Isn't it?
Sammy.
That's
If
sorta,
Bundy
yep.
just keep getting these 1s and 2s, they might push it out to 10 or so. Might be hard to peg back. And Deer Park might do the same too. But they've just sort of picked up the last 10 minutes.
Last few ends you can see across
Yep.
there. Just
Yep.
a lot of ones been picked up to Bundy, and that's kept their scoreboard ticking over in the reason why they're leading this game.
Great effort, son, well played. Great ball, mate.
Stay here, mate. Draw another. Try the Jack's all right.
Mate, just stay there, you're playing it well. On again.
Keep him on this backhand, mate, which is a good idea. Caleb's been playing this hand all night.
Yeah, and forehand going the other way. Very, very impressive. I think he might have just missed his weight here. Just a real loose one. What was it? 2 to Corey Wedlock.
Come on.
Played this good prize here.
Absolutely all over it and runs all the way to the line. And
Still got a bit of run in it, Sammy. I don't think it's dropped too much.
Yes, that count for front. It's
So,
about 3 balls short.
you saw there, that finished right
Yeah.
off, rip, still
No,
right
the
back to the line the last little bit. Yeah,
Pace doesn't look much different to me. It's probably dropped half a second, I reckon. It's still rolling on good. Plenty of bowls getting behind the head.
that's it. So Benny Winther, a rare occasion,
Down. Wouldn't know what to do.
down
would
and
he?
in a little bit of trouble the way the head lies, and there's, I was going to say missed his weight, but as we talked about, still running on nicely. It's got all the way to Jack High, just
It's hard to tell,
under for
Sammy,
the
on
line.
that. Is Winston's front bowl second shot there or not, you reckon? Caleb's behind. It's hard to judge.
Adamo to Florio, big shot on the Rink next door, trails the Jack. I feel like more of the noise has been for Bundy the last 15 or 20 minutes, and
Yep.
it's
So I said Chopper picking up a couple
on
of
the
ones.
scoreboard.
It
Yeah,
helps.
that's it. Yep. Last 3 ends for him, so just wrestling back the momentum ever so slightly. Ryan Tatum,
Talking lady.
look at it go now. Great effort, fall in. Yep, that go pretty close.
Close.
So,
Yeah, favour 3.
yep, 3. Okay.
So that front bowl must be in.
It's White One Winston
It's hard to tell.
Barclays. Yep.
Bit of pressure here.
See what he come up with. Not terrible weight with his first. That looks under the line again, doesn't it?
Just.
Just
Any more, Ben, you get some ball.
So be looking to come
Played it.
down and just clear that blue and try to get one roll out of Caleb's bowl there. Played good Ryan Tate in the last 3 or 4 ends, Sammy. Come into the game.
Yeah, we thought he might
He's way
go
back.
missing for a whole game like he.
Here's another one.
We thought that's in the
That's
count.
got a count.
Does
Make
that-
it any
does that
easier either.
Fill a gap and Gary goes quicker, do you reckon? Or
Yeah, I
reckon-
think he's going to
reckon
go
he
the
just
jack.
mentioned I'm just going to go the Jack. So
Yeah, make us look good. Thinking we're calling it right. Since asking for a cover bowl in the last, then he draws the front noser. Shot to Benny Hubber over the far ring. Just picking up numbers everywhere, Sammy. Just little ones here and there. We cut that front bowl out there, mate.
thought that was going to do something
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
crazy, but possibly
Just said-
takes the one out. Still at least 3 here to Deer Parker.
I don't know what
chance
Matty
to pick up
Bowes
a
did
number.
over there. Look, Benny Hubber drew a ripper there before, but
He has. Matty Bowes is the orange, pretty close to
yeah,
the shot.
second, second shot he's drawn there. Hubs with another one. It's all going to come down to these little bowls here and there, mate.
Look at a rip late here. This will get all the way back in and count, I reckon, Spud. Oh, a little bit unlucky.
Yep, need to get under that orange.
So,
Benny Hubber,
what are we
what's he
saying,
done?
3 or 4?
He's drawn another one, Hubs.
Not bad, Ben. And a number for Josh Corliss next door, and the run of
that
Chris
little-
Ball's Rink seems to have evaporated.
Might get out nearly to
Course,
10, mate.
out. Yeah, this is a interesting stage of the
Yep.
game now. As so often is, as we head towards the business end. What are your thoughts, Bud? 3 to Deer Park at least.
I think so.
Shaw's bowl is keeping Deer Park out of at least double that.
Doesn't look easy to get to either, though, mate. We run a bit of a risk.
And Matty Bouse has driven on the far rink and ripped his own out in doing so. And I reckon has left Bundy with
Ooh, they're kicking a few out here, mate.
3, 2 or 3.
It's definitely 3.
Big momentum shift here towards the way of Bundoora. And though it can be snuffed out if Gary Kelly can't come up with something here.
He's going big.
Number down, big weight.
Oh. Nearly breaks the Rokon.
Yeah, well caught, well set, Spud.
Nearly broke that in half.
That's a big hit at that stage of the game, especially when
huge.
the other 3 rinks were just starting to go with the stream rink here and pick up a few ends.
Massive.
Absolutely massive hit. There was a rare chance of Deer Park that have built ahead good enough to pick up a number. Gaz has snuffed it right out and will restart.
Bit more
What a
noise
shot.
here now too, Sammy.
Yeah, and it's all for the home side as well. The locals getting involved as well. A good little crowd here. Build up
Potter
and
again.
you can
Very
just
underrated
sense it
player.
across the board. You've called that. He's
Very
not-
underrated. I think he had a couple of years out, Sammy. Just come back this year. I think went over to WA or something like that.
You would know better than me. Did he possibly win an under 25 single sometime back in the day? Or have I made that up? Let's go investigating.
Don't know. Do you want me to have a little look at that Whittlesea game?
Nah,
No?
nah. Mate, all the action you need is here.
All right.
The folks at home can tune in on the old Bowls Now app or Bowls Link.
Actually, I'll get me mate Ray pretty. He'll send them through. Oh, I've got Chippy on here telling me to tell a footy story, please. It's from the 1940s.
Well, I was going to line you up to tell a few footy stories from the 1940s, but the game of bowls has been too high standard
Yeah.
and it's too close of a game to...
People get sick of hearing me kicking 10 goals every week anyway, mate. You know, gets a bit monotonous. Far away, Winston. Seem to just be pulling out the shots, Sammy.
Correct, mate. I was just trying to see what Hubs had picked up on the rink on the far end. And somehow it's Adrian Marcioli that's in the way of the scoreboard, as you can hear.
Jay
through
Boys
the
played a whopper.
effects that he was very close to sitting that bowl of Corey's right through the head. Spun around a little bit. There'll be a score to Deer Park. How many we're waiting to find out. Winston Brackley just sliding on through. And it was Eston and Whittlesea going,
6 shots. 6 shots to
It's ahead.
Whittlesea at the moment.
okay.
Feel that price either way, mate. Shot balls and foot.
You nearly think Deer Park have got a score, just get an end here somewhere, Sammy. It's just... We've got 11-17 over there. 14-11. So another, 3 to Benny Hubbard.
Yep, and another, I reckon, couple to go on the J-by Rink. It was 2, which leaves the margin bang on 10 shots as we head towards about the 3/4 time mark, if you like.
It's amazing, like, we're looking before Bundoora had to respond, although we're going to get 10 behind now. Deer Park are going to get 10 behind them. They've got to respond themselves.
Ben Hubbard's crew have picked up 3 rinks in a row. Joshy Corliss has picked up 4 ends in a row. Gary Kelly with the last 2. Corey,
goes on my
Wedlock and
theory,
J-Vibe been going
Sammy,
back
I
and
reckon,
forth.
I
Yep.
reckon it's the ones that are getting flogged or, you know, getting that 10 or 12 behind. They just have to get it to single figures and it just makes a huge difference. You know what it's like when you're playing Pennant. You're looking over a rink that's getting absolutely smashed and
yep.
you're trying to support them, but you can't do anything about it either. You just want them to hold sway a bit.
And the hardest thing, and I don't know if it's crept in or not, but those other three rinks that were travelling along beautifully,
Yeah,
easy to look across here and then
yeah,
really concentrate
exactly.
about
Yeah.
what your job is as well
Yep.
on your rink to keep going where you're going. So
No, I
still,
always do that during
there's-
the game. Hang
yeah,
in there, guys.
Yep.
Like, you can make a big difference.
Still 26 ends to play. This is pretty familiar territory if you're Deer Park. I reckon it was about this margin with this amount of ends to go
Yep.
in their round 9 contest, and they were able to rally. Can they do the same here?
It's a good thing about that bowls link, Sammy. You can go through and actually investigate
Yes,
ends and that. And
yep.
like, it's amazing with Yarraville. I have noticed it that at end 60, there's been a few collapses from them. You know, in good winning positions and just haven't got over the line.
Touched on that, but they keep putting themselves in winning positions.
They probably could have won 5 or 6 games. You know, they've won
Turned for
one.
them in the last 5 rounds, 2024. Alright, so Benjamin Winther, a couple down here to Andrew Price's blue shots, but he's just drifting past ever so slightly.
Beautiful wide. Is it 2, Ben? 2 there, Sammy? It's close.
It is. I'm sure Ryan Tatum will be pretty keen to make it at least 2, if not 3.
If he runs it, he's close.
How good's this green? Still running. I think it's still running pretty good, right?
Yep.
Might not have thrown it. Bit of an overcorrection, so still Deer Park holding as Gaz makes his way back to the mat.
Probably shouldn't be in the eye of Gary here. He probably just can't see the jack directly now. Chopper's played another good bowl over there. What's Gary got to say? He's normally got something good to say. He's got the weight.
Big calls have come on Gary. He's going to rip down in time.
Oh,
Wow, I was about to
Just
say what an
down,
effort,
mate.
and Benny
Oh.
Winther stole the words straight out of my mouth. Has he done enough for second? Probably not. Superb attempt.
it's close. How was the weight though, Sammy? Like he plays 8 inches of weight.
Your weight now, buddy. Come on, mate. Come on.
Good shot for Nugget here though, Sammy. Touch of jack's alright. Sits that last bowl's alright. Just falling short too, mate.
Get down on the clean tail.
Have a look at that head over there, Sammy. You can't even see the jack. Bowsey's
Oh,
just drawn the shot.
pretty happy with his attempt as well, I reckon. So
Didn't see that.
Hubs had actually already put on 3 on the board before Matty's ball had come to rest.
It's Millsy done here.
Gaza searching
Oh.
on the forehand and into the front bowls.
I reckon he can play this positive here. Sit that bowl with 2 foot, definitely makes 3. Touches the jack, 2 mil, he makes 3.
Double centre, mate. Sort of fell out a second shot. Good.
So, Stephen, we saw this against Yarraville Footscray when it looked like they might have just been sneaking away, and same here for Bundy. It's about this time where Deer Park picked a whole lot of shots up. They've picked up a 3 on Matty Bowser's Rink. Looks to be 2 here. Benny will
It's close for 2.
have a close look for us.
I reckon it might be 1, Sammy, but
No, Benny concedes a couple, so back to 5 the diff.
it's halved already. That
Yep.
10-shot margin's been halved already in 2 ends.
Like you said, there's been plenty of teams that have had big leads in Premier A
Yep.
this season with, what, about 20, 25 ends to
Yep.
go, and
Yep. This is the key, and I
haven't
reckon
got over
this
the line.
on the night, this is where the green probably will start to drop a fraction. Sun going down, grass coming up. I want to be quiet.
Yeah, it has a sort of,
Just waiting.
I've noticed from
Yeah.
jumping on a few of the streams this year, the game seems to go in this sort of little pattern where there's a bit of noise and a bit of a push for 5 or 10 ends, and then
Shot here from Winston.
a little bit of a lull for the next
Yeah.
5 or 10 minutes before someone plays a real big,
Yep.
real big bowl and gets back up and about.
So it must be dropping. Benny
Money.
Cotter's let me down now. So
Has he what? Oh dear. Okay.
good shot here from Tony. Geez, they've had a good battle these two.
Yeah, they sure have. 2 very established players at this level.
Up to you. You're just over the yard out. Otherwise, just don't. Posting. Brilliant.
Posty.
Delivers again on the far inch over there. Lee Brackley. That's a pretty handy set of opening bowls. Just having a look through the under-25 singles championship. Obviously, we don't run it anymore, but
Geez, you spend a lot of time on this, Sammy. You must be right, are you?
no Ben Cotter, but a few familiar names and a few that are here tonight. J. Boy Norris
Yep.
in 2018. Nathan Bush in 2003, playing for.
Mooney Pond.
Oh, he's good. That's why he's on commentary.
Oh, it's only because I played there with him.
Ah,
I knew
very
that.
good, very good. And a few other familiar names that part of our Premier A season. Todd Simmons in 2001.
Not a
Shane
surprise.
McKinnon in 2014.
Yep.
And a certain
Used to be
Nathan Lynch.
huge.
Certain Nathan Lynch in 2017, representing the Valley.
Only undefeated skip in Premier League at the moment.
Undefeated. They're sitting second on the ladder. Travelling along nicely. Back to the action. Caleb Short trying to change this one up.
Jeez, he's played it good.
Oh, what on earth is that for a result? Couldn't have played that any better, I don't think, Spud.
No.
Stays on as well, so
He's played
value.
good weight though. He's not just normal. He's just played that.
Even that there,
good.
that was very
Yeah.
disciplined speed.
Yep.
Keeps his bowl on the green.
Andrew Price got put
Andrew
in,
Price
mate.
has come pretty good the last few ends, I reckon. Spud, why do I keep putting the balls on people? What is going on?
Yep.
Now he's in the area, a little bit unlucky. He just got the wrong edge of Tony's last one. Caleb, not going to change much.
Little
Played the
trot.
same bowl.
Having a little trot.
Tell you what, needs to change something up the front if he can.
Oh, that helps.
Well,
That
moves that out
helps.
the road and
Yep.
gives the boys a clear look at that. Jeff just saying Ben may have won an under-18 state one from memory.
You're trying to prove yourself, are you saying?
No, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this as to whether I've made something completely up.
Probably won a turkey triples or something, yeah.
Someone in the comments has got to know.
Oh.
Help me out.
Geez, I got a laugh here too. I'll
Yeah,
tell
what
you
have
in a
you got?
minute. I'm getting texts left, right and centre. Only undefeated skip in Premier League, you know, he's texting me. Absolute disgrace. Matty O'Brien's texting me because we swapped him over after 4 rounds. He's won his 4 games skipping. Please Please.
I reckon minimum 5 games, isn't it?
No, 6.
Oh,
6 in
6.
my
Okay,
book.
okay.
Doesn't qualify, mate. When you only skip 4.
Now, as good a game as this is, an interesting end this is. Under 18 state champions. Boys singles. 2015. B Cotter representing the Lara Bowls Club.
Yeah. I think his dad plays there
Okay.
at Lara. He's one of them ones that no one knows about. Very good player.
A few pretty handy names among that list there as well. Benjamin Winthrop playing something to what similar to what Caleb was looking for, but
Yep.
just drifting,
Beautiful
and I reckon that is
Seen a few of
the
them
ditch.
that hand, haven't we? Actually turned on that hand with that sort of weight.
It just
It's
looks
been
like
a lot under.
very, very fine line between hanging wide and not enough speed to hold on.
We've got 11-16 over there. Is that Wonder Chris Ball? On 15.
Nice. Awesome, Bushy.
Pushing, focus.
Is that 11-23 too to J-Boy, mate, is it?
Another 4 there.
Jeez. When J-Boy picks up an
old
end, he's
numbers
picking
been picked
yeah.
up, yep.
Look at this, they'll be in front now. I'm trying to read that last one, mate. I think it's
Still 14
14 all.
apiece.
nearly back
Alright.
to square, mate.
No real change, so it's
Just wasted 2.5 hours.
1.
A bit like the American basketball. We just
150
go out there
park.
and play the last three minutes, I reckon. You watch it for
The last
4
3 minutes
hours.
of game time usually actually
Yeah.
takes 4 hours to
Yep.
play with the amount of timeouts and stoppages, etc. 1 to Andrew Price. Scores level, 60 apiece. It's a 10. Elite Warwick. It's probably a 12-0 runner.
Can he
60
play
to
his
48.
bowl onto the jack there at the Winston's bowls there? Is that possible, or he can get to the bowl to sit the back one?
Yeah, hard to tell. The only real view we've got of it is what you guys at home can see on the screen. Just their
What is
danger
Gary
and-
now? What's Gary doing here? Come on, Sammy, you need to nominate what he's playing here, because
I don't want to see him go and just clip the outside blue and that jack stick around. As you can see there, thanks to Brad, the trends over the game, it's been back and forth. The green Deer Park, the blue of Bundy. And what stands out is that 7 on the opening end of our stream game to Gary Kelly.
Because if you're playing weight, you have to play it where it goes right through to the deck.
doesn't feel
No,
like
you
a
just see-
24/7 game.
No, absolutely not. You see Gary there. He wants to play enough weight so that the jack doesn't really rattle around, because back on a
I
Tony
reckon
Schiavelli's.
one down's good fishing here, mate.
Yeah, you're right.
What are you thinking?
These blokes get these things though, Sammy, they see it different ways.
Yeah, that's correct. Matty Bouse is firing up now. He sure can play. We saw him in the last game.
What about that one of the
23.
pit? What about
Oh,
that one of the
absolute
pit that
whopper.
game? Set the ball on the plinth. Probably good miss there.
It's actually not too bad. It's removed the 2
Yeah,
closest of Winston
yeah,
Brackley
he's
down
got
that
nothing.
side. And
Got nothing.
you see Nugget's
Got
reaction.
nothing. Yeah.
That's
So-
just
sort of
taken
way it's
any...
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon he had a chance for 3 there,
Yeah,
Sammy.
yep.
Now Nugget's nearly putting this in his pocket, mate, because he could play a howler and touch jack and go 1 down.
Benny, just try and throw it off. Right, start, Ben. Awesome, mate. Hard up.
Shot by Bousey on the far rink. They'll score there by the looks of it, Deer Park, so they'll Wrestle back the lead.
Go again, mate. Speed's pretty good. Good minute, buddy.
Double it up, mate.
Nugget looking to draw
Just a metre, mate.
the high side or turn the orange. Well, all the way in and probably makes a couple there.
Beautiful shot. They're all counting at the moment, mate.
I think they were pretty happy that
Yeah.
Deer Park boys that didn't turn the orange onto the jack and move the jack. And it's worked out pretty nicely for them and looks a couple. So
Jeez, what's going on? He might whack this, mate.
one here.
They got the back position. Caleb's got a foot off the ditch.
Good shot here, Paulie. Bills up. Mate, we'll fly, mate. Three.
Bills up. Bills, mate.
Catching that, mate. Touch it first, he's better.
Never tell if he's winding up or not, Sammy.
Well,
There
there
he
you
is.
go. Pretty close. Just needs to move.
No, not the goal.
No, just may have just lifted ever so slightly there.
He liked it too.
Go, Parkin.
They putting 2 or 3 up there, Sammy.
A replay of it. Oh, just the edge of the wide
Yep.
one back into the pack
I
was
think that's what he was going for.
he was after. So reckon it was 2 there to Deer Park. They've done well the last little half hour. The Deer
Yep.
Park boys just
Put some money
slowly
in
wrestled the
front.
momentum back. Yep, and it shows on the overall as well.
Right, up in here, mate. Good, mate.
As we head into the final 20 ends of what has been an enthralling contest between Bundoora and Deer Park. A high quality contest. One of the best we've had in 23-24. All the action tonight brought to you by the Moama and Dandenong Bowls Clubs. Thank you for their continued support.
Gee, the quality
Live
across
streaming.
the rinks though, Sammy. Hadn't been too many bad heads.
Pretty quick, mate. Get both the balls on the track.
Left two and clean there.
Take it, mate.
Shot from Tony. Wade over on the Chris Ball rink, missing from Connor Maguire.
Get in there, Damo.
Go, Damo.
Back in the yard.
How good are you going, Spud? Did you catch what was on the far end? Because I reckon Deer Park scored.
More looking at Corey Wedlock's rink. They've definitely got a couple there, mate.
Okay.
Well played, Tony.
Tony
Deer
Schiavello
Park have-
falls back onto the line. Beautifully played.
Deer Park have got the mat. No, Bundoora must have got that end down there.
Best bet's here, mate. You got to try and turn it through, Brad. Chance shot there.
Another great shot by Corey Wedlock over there, Sammy. I reckon he had it.
Just a single down bounce on the far rink.
Good chance, mate. Free hitter.
Big couple for Wedlock. They're driving on Chris Ball's rink. Larry Donahue lining up here.
Larry D
You're not getting too excited. for the
missing.
hole.
All right, Andrew Price with a bit of work to do. Needs to fatten this target up. Get a bowl in the head here for Deer Park. Reckon he's overplayed it fractionally. Will it
Stay up.
stay on?
That's handy.
Okay, they get one past the jack at least.
Yeah, we're seeing Bundoora come back. 13,
This is going.
23 to Wedlock.
You called this before one bowl was put down, and this will go down to the last end. And it's 63 apiece. Reckon your prediction's looking pretty good, Steve.
Can change quick, but just had that feel all night though, Sammy. No one's really getting too far away. As I said, 10, 15 shots is nothing. Larry having another crack here next door.
Closer, Larry.
Yeah, he's closer this time. Got him all. Killed the end. It's a beautiful way.
Awesome, boy. Awesome. Go again, Cotter. Going good, mate.
It's under 2. We've seen a lot of bowls, Sammy, on this hand, just
interesting,
stuck
yeah.
under, and I don't think it's as wide going back. It's actually not going to be easy to beat these bowls here. It's a big bowl by Ryan Tony. It's beautiful weight
Yeah, I
before.
was going to say, just got to try and keep the right speed and give it a chance.
Is he quite getting there, mate?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
just a little
line
bit of
again.
frustration.
Yeah.
He didn't give it a chance to at least reach.
He's so hard hit. But, you know, for a team that's 15, the skipper's not going to be brimming with confidence here, so he's got a hard shot.
Our friend Ben Winthrop trying to add in a 4th for Bundy.
Can't be far away,
Doesn't
mate.
Touch much of the jack. Well, touches that jack, no worries.
Doesn't make it any easier.
No.
The only thing
No.
I can see, he can play a bit of weight tight. He's better off being tidy, Sammy, than the outside
Yeah,
the jack.
correct. Yeah, just flicking the jack ever so slightly.
It's not easy. There's been a lot of these bowls on the line all night, though, hasn't there?
There's been a lot of ends where
There's not
the
much
line
going.
of the bowls has ended up like this, and there's not a lot to work with if you're down.
He's probably in this situation. He doesn't want a dead draw in case he falls short.
Correct,
You know?
especially on this length. We haven't seen a lot of real ditch being played.
I think he's tight too, mate. Probably had good speed.
All right, well, this is a huge end in the context of the match now, Spud.
What is it? 4?
Yep. 4 to Bundy with 2 more of Gary Kelly's to come.
Jeez. You would think he's not going to miss in 2 bowls, mate. You'd think he's going to at least get 1 in.
Yeah,
so
good call. Yeah, I think so as well, at least.
Probably leave it half up the green now, but
Been pretty good at talking people all night, only for them to let us down. Can Gary change that and add a 5th into the count here?
he's
Definitely
on
got the
right
weight.
line.
Doesn't want to.
No, tuck it around the corner would be magnificent.
Oh, that's a good shot. Does he settle enough for a counter?
I don't think
Maybe
so,
not.
but he's made it better. Good luck here.
I don't
Gotta
think he
play
had
it
bad weight with his first shot, Ingham. So if he keeps the same weight, he's half a chance.
He's wider.
He's giving it a chance, I reckon. So, look at this for a shot. He's got angles off the front.
That'll help. That'll help. It's probably
Well,
2 or 3.
Might be 3rd shot. It was a
that's
pretty
good
good effort.
save.
He couldn't do much more
Yeah,
than that. That's
no.
a pretty good attempt.
Can Gary add some pony?
That was
These are big ones, these, Sammy. He hasn't got far. He's only got a couple of foot.
The boys have been pretty good at making the free throws count all night. Gary reckons he's quick out the hand. He was quick with his first.
He's a good judge, don't worry.
Yeah.
I reckon if he's saying he's quick, Sammy.
3 shots it is. Bundy regained the lead. It's just been back and forwards all evening. 4 ends left on our stream rink. In fact, all the rinks are pretty much played. What are they? 7? What are we? 17, 16. So
just tell Chopper to get a little hurry on.
yeah.
Just
We'll have picked this stream rink perfectly if that's the case. 3 to go on after end 17.
It's hard to know where to look, Sammy.
It's one of those games where it's tight on the overall, and there's always action happening on each rink we almost need. Back in the day on the old soccer, used to have the match choice when they were all on at one end, and we need the rink choice going. We'll try and bring the action to you from the commentary box and explain any happenings elsewhere the best we can.
The hands are so tight over there. It's really hard to judge what's
Yeah,
going on.
we're
Mate.
really just judging off the scoreboard being updated each end.
Someone's drawn 1 8 inches away in their third shot at the
Yep,
moment, so
that's just how the game's gone. Across all the rinks, tight heads. That's what you expect in a contest like this. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair on that far rink. 15 apiece between Ben Harper and Matty Bouse now.
Tony,
Nothing in it.
Wait.
Good correction. Handy correction from
Boy
Tony.
down here, stalking it. It's gonna go underneath.
Adamo to Florio. Handy time to draw a touch up. Rink next door playing third for Josh Corliss. They've battled back well, won 5 of the last 6 ends.
Done a great job. They look like it was getting away from them over there. That's what I said before, really important. That's given the team a big boost. Realistically, at this level, Sammy, we're not worried about getting rink wins. Okay, it's 2 points, but at the end of the day, the 10 points, you know, that's what you're playing for.
With what's on the line at this stage of the season, absolutely correct.
Shot from Price here. Made the shot a little bit better. Plenty of room for Caleb the way he's going. Not plenty of room, but I reckon that's enough room for him. Not a kilometre away, mate.
Just needs to hang on as long as possible.
Good shot.
How good's the
Good
weight
shot.
control been
No.
from him all evening? What happens, bud? Bill shots have come on, Jay, and a scatter of bowls. Corey doesn't look overly pleased. Deer Park pick up a single by the looks of things.
Hard to tell with Corey too, mate. He doesn't sort of give away too much.
Oh, he's still shaking, shaking his head.
Hey, maybe he's
as he
looking at
walked
me.
out. How on earth has he got a gig in the commentary box?
Yeah.
It's been great to have you all, mate. Great insight.
He's probably thinking, gee, he must be scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's actually a good contest. Him and Lynchy played Sammy at our joint. Jeez, it was a draw-off on between them. Bloody amazing. Green was running pretty slick, you know.
Yep.
A lot of amazing bowls. He's got amazing weight control, Corey Wedlock. I suppose you could have that to play for Australia, but sort of going to help.
Yeah, usually
Chopper's
helps, yep.
played a ripper there.
Yeah, I don't think it counts, but it's in a good spot
Yeah.
because Deer Park had some
Yeah.
representation at the back of the rink.
Posty again. Luke Ayala likes that one.
Seems like we're right at the end of the game. Then overall, there's still 15 ends left. Like,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
anything,
Oh.
any result is
Long way off, mate. We're
beyond. Ryan Tate
probably
is
45 minutes away from getting a result here, mate.
correct. Has come good in the second half
Yeah,
of this game as
played some
Rhino.
good ones.
Yep, just some nice draw bowling.
Penny went for dominated early, didn't he? And Ryan's just
Yep.
sign of a good play, though. He's just come back. Penny's just under there. A good weight. That probably makes it really hard for Gary and Bundoora there. Sammy, that bowl's really in a nasty spot there. It's okay if you're trying to add another one, but not so much if you're trying to get the shot. Jeez, it's swooping in. Look at this.
Well, we've said how good he's been in the
Great
second half of this
shot.
game. That's pretty handy. Ryan Tate, what a shot. Is it
Only thing it gives
second,
him a
maybe
bit
not?
of a shelf to come off, mate. But yes, geez. He's drawn a ripping shot, but he's probably made the shot a bit easier for Gary. Even this ring's important here, mate. Ingham's ring keep it under 14, 15 instead of getting beat by 20 makes a big difference.
I think this is half a chance to play a whopper.
Too heavy. Oh, just 2 feet, I think.
Too heavy. He's just going to go outside that. Who was that?
It'll have to be with the second. Was it 3 to Josh Corliss? That's a very handy pickup at this stage of the game, Spud.
They're one behind, mate.
That is an incredible effort. So they've won, 6 of the last 7 ends, including a 3 and a 4.
What were they down, Sammy? I reckon they were close to 10 down, weren't they?
It's an 11-1 run, so
Yep.
4 to 15,
Yep.
correct, very good, yep.
Nuggets stalking this a bit too, mate.
Wants to run all the way now, all the way up to the line.
Oh, it's in. It's in.
And a hold on, and
Gee
anywhere
whiz.
between 1 and 3.
Someone's picking up a 3 and someone's dropping a 3, mate. It's
Still 2.
Okay,
Control off that weight one.
still 2, so it must just be the 2 oranges.
Must be.
You can still get it in, mate.
That looks
fact, he's
closer
still-
than the
yeah,
orange
yeah,
to
yeah.
me, mate.
Yep.
But I do wear glasses.
I thought Gary might play a whopper this end.
Jeez,
Hang on.
he's not eating it.
Hang on. Hang on.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Spud, how's that? What an effort. He
Jesus
almost
Christ.
played a whopper this end. Clear run.
He would have been loving that there.
All he had to
Oh
do was
my
miss the
God.
blue, and he
Yep.
flops it off the orange for shot. He just flicks the front one and gets the wrong angle. If it's any consolation for him, he does enough to get second
Yep.
shot.
Well, Nuggets just got to bowl the same bowl, mate. He's-
Through there, mate.
Yep.
2 rolls. Come here, Ed. Get to that.
Yeah, you 2 or 3 feet.
It's got their bowl behind if he just touches the jack.
Not a terrible attempt here.
Is it going to get down?
Needs to get down inside this blue bowl.
Oh,
Again,
that
it's just
perfect
very
wide.
close. Just not quite getting the right angle on a bowl. It's a single for Deer Park. All right, and it's been back and forth the second half of this game on this stream rink. 27-10. Oh, well, Benny Harbour's gone right up and about. What a head of bowls that is. I don't know if we can get a shot of that. A few rinks across, it's probably a bit far away. Every bowl is within, close to a metre of the jack, and there's only one bowl of Matty Bowsers remaining. Unbelievable stuff. 27-10 through 18 on the stream rink. Bundy lead by 5 shots. And as good as that head was, Matty, you may have caught out the corner of the eye. Matty Bowsers smacked the pack and they'll restart over there. Well, tell you what, a big factor in Josh Corliss's rink getting back to within 1 shot after being at least 11 down has been Adamo to Florio playing third. Just changing the head up again and now holding the shot for Bundy. So final 3 ends of the stream rink here tonight. Cracking contests, can still go either way.
Heard a bit of roar in there, Benny Hubber, Sammy. What
Yeah,
happened
Benny
over
played a
there?
cracker and Matty Bowes had one to come and the jack went about 2 rinks over. So they've had to restart in number 19.
Looks like Chopper might finish last, mate, at the moment.
I have a strange feeling we might see a dead end in one of these last three on the stream.
Yep.
Rink here.
Haven't had one, have we?
I reckon
Oh, we did the
Gaz had
rogue
killed one
Yeah,
about
yeah.
halfway when he was
Yeah,
a
he
few
did.
down, but that's been a rare occasion where
Haven't played
Gaz
much
has had-
late, mate, have they? They haven't played big bite.
oh, the way the heads are set up when
Oh, they're happy in that Rink, J-boy. Has Chopper got any more ammo? Corey, sorry.
Corey's still got two to come.
Jeez, it looks hard.
There's once again a lot of blue bowls in positions where it looks hard for Corey to get at, but if there's one man
Yep. Did it
on
early.
Bundy's team walking back to the mat with two to play,
Great shot from Pricey.
little bit unlucky. Remember, if you haven't entered yet, Vic Open 24 entries now open. Make sure to get on board. Corey's playing on weights, bud.
Yep.
What's going on? Whose bowl's that?
Not much.
Not a lot of noise, not a
Oh,
lot of
jeez.
shape in the head.
I've
Well,
got a feeling that might have been Bundoora's bowl, mate.
He's
The
sort-
only light blue bowl there.
really okay. There's no reaction from either.
J-boy
Any
looks pretty
players?
happy about it.
I just called as he ducked off there. Spud that Adamo DeFlorio's played a huge second half in
He's played
the
really
Josh
good in the
Corsley
second
game.
half. hasn't he?
Yep. He's drawn another one.
Still anyone's game. I just think Bundoora are just playing them little ones, you know, just getting ones when they're in a bit of trouble. Just probably doing it a fraction better.
On again, mate, so close.
Let's have a look at this. Larry Donahue. Didn't get it out though. So it looks like J-Boy's playing weight again, Sammy. I reckon
All
they're-
right, so you reckon they're down again? You're correct.
Maybe
Great shot
not.
again, Caleb Shaw. Let's keep an eye on it.
Maybe not. It's only drawn.
Is it?
He's
What's he play?
apologised. He's apologised.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Jeez,
Oh, I think that's a pretty good.
oh, has Corey
that's a
got
pretty
one
good result.
more?
I'm not sure what he was
has.
trying to play.
Neither do I. He did apologise halfway down. I actually think he was trying. Maybe he's trying to sit that back bowl, mate. Corey's got another one here. We'll
Corey's
see.
got one more, so wait for the outcome of it. Back here, Tony Schiavello, not for the first time this evening. Holding the shot as Ryan Taylor steps to the mat.
Chopper's looking for a bit of position, so I think they've got at least one, mate. They might have a couple there.
Corey's last bowl, what's he
He
come up with?
doesn't
Crash,
lose.
so we don't know the outcome of that. We'll have a look.
I've got a feeling it's one to Bundoora.
I reckon it might be one to Deer Park, isn't it? The back one.
I reckon they'll be happy if they're one down,
Chris
mate.
Green has grabbed the mat.
Still reckon they got a 14. I reckon they were a 5 or 6 down at least.
They still are 5 or 6 down. They've
Are
dropped
they?
5 and the scores are
Yeah,
level
okay.
at 70 apiece. Unbelievable.
Oh.
What a contest. It's leveled back up again. And for
How
2
many
weeks in a
times have
row,
been
it's the
level?
J-Boy Rink that's been the barometer for Deer Park when they've needed the most to come up with something big. He has delivered.
I reckon we
70.
need some new colours. Everyone's got
70.
blue out there.
Yeah,
Sammy.
I'm not a fan. Let's go bit of UBC style and
Yeah.
just have one colour for each team. That'll make it easy for the commentary box, boys. Oh, what an effort from Ben Winther trying to flick this back Andrew Polaris. Blue ball out.
I reckon Tony
Is
called
he?
that after it went past the head, mate, then. Ryan Tony. Is he looking to sit this underneath? He was.
Here it goes. Here it comes now.
Oh.
Oh, well, apologise because it looked like that was going to help it
Yep.
right onto the shot bowl and actually,
Shouldn't have apologised.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like, that weight's awesome.
It's like that when you watch tennis, Sammy, and they hit the leg cord and pop over the net and they
Falls in.
apologise. They don't really mean it. Oh, what's happened over there? Oh.
Well, Josh Course is
Oh.
furious.
Yep. Chris Ball's got a really good result there.
Towel smacked straight down to the ground. 1 to Deer Park, and they retake the lead.
I reckon they're holding a couple too there, Sammy.
I think you might be correct. And just
3
in
shot
terms of
swings a lot at the moment. Benny over in the far ring, mate.
I reckon he's down there. That might be James Pearce snorkel on the jack.
He's having a good look at it.
Is he?
Just
Marginally. All right, back here. Shawnee Ingham's got work to do again. Tony Schiavello on the jack. Holding
Jeez,
at least one.
Ryan sort of caught him on the forehand to hit it through and go that light blue bowl. But to be honest, I like sitting it on the other end. Worried about getting another one to hit at the moment, I think, mate. Deer Park on the jack and Chris Ball's Rink right on top of it.
It's becoming an important end right here on the stream rink.
Getting down.
Shawnee, and that's all that Deer Park on the way in.
Yeah, they got 2 in there now, mate. I reckon they got second and third. He can afford to have a crack now. Just look at the back head position. Don't think they're that bad at the back. Bushy just got a slide. Looked like he was all over it. Ben Hubbard's down over there, isn't he? Do you know he's got the orange ones?
Couple, the orange and Matty Bouses of
so they're at
Deer
least
Park
2.
And
They've got to be 2.
the blue on the front of the jack is James Pearce as well.
Sort of liking it. No.
Any movement.
Look at me, mate, here. What happened here, Sammy? Jeez, we weren't even watching, were we?
Well, in an attempt to sit one of the blue bowls out of Andrew Price's, Gazza's sliced the jack all the way to the side, and Deer Park hold 3, and you'd think 4 with the quality of Shawn Ingham drawing.
It's drawn this,
How
mate.
close can he get? He's
Very
made this
close.
real good.
Yeah.
Look at this for a shot. Oh, has he? He's actually moved it off the line, so Gazza
Gives
can now
Gary
see
a
the jack.
chance.
4 to Deer Park. This is, wow.
Gary would love
I'm
to
not saying
drive
game
here,
on the line,
but
but geez, it'd be a huge
he's
pickup.
probably got a draw. He'd love to drive this and just sit on top of it in the ditch, but
Nothing in a Bundy, keep working.
it's a huge shot
Oh, I
here.
thought Bundy were just about to sew this one up.
Really gets
for the
this. They're
first
going to be
time,
7
incorrect.
behind, mate, with 9 to play. Gets hard.
Is he going to back himself to just put this jack in the ditch? I reckon he might go this. I know it looks
Jeez,
like
it's
from
risky,
home you draw
mate.
the shot off, try and get even third.
I'm sure he wants to go for it, but do you reckon if he comes down here and draws second shot? He can draw a shot if he
Either
draws
way, he's
second
going
shot.
to back himself either way, whatever he plays. Play with confidence.
Why would you want to skip? It's hard to tell. Looks like he's going to smack that, Sammy. He's played
Playing swinging weight.
just wide of it, didn't he? Yep.
4 to Deer Park,
Jeez,
and
that's
that's going to make it
huge,
hard now for
huge.
Bundy with less than 10 ends to run.
I got to give credit to Deer Park. They've been in this situation a couple of times, Sammy, and they know how to win.
That's a good point. Yep. When it's
Can be the
Lots of
difference
the
from
business
finishing
there,
on
yep.
top or finishing 6th in this comp this year.
confirmed 4 to Deer Park.
Middle. Yeah, we'll stand there.
It's amazing. J-Boys Rink too, they've got out, haven't they? 16 shots now.
That's what happens when you pick up 12 shots in the space of 4 ends.
Bundy, you got to. They've fought well all night, mate. They just got to. Doesn't take much. Big number there, though, wouldn't it? Gee.
Chuck it on, mate. First on here.
So we've got Benny Cotter with the back hopper here. We've got Adamo on the mat. Shot from Winston.
It's a 10 to 29 run on the overall in favour of Deer Park.
Yep.
Bunny led 70 to 48.
Damo, they're liking it. He's all over it, mate. Got at least 2 there, Sammy. Tony's been super consistent. Been good leading by both these blokes, Sammy.
It's been a quality battle all night. Really enjoyed watching the two boys go head to head.
Underrated spot too.
Yep.
He's close.
Winnie's
again,
played
mate.
this pretty good. Might even have a piece of the jack if you don't mind.
Great
In the
shot.
line.
Makes 2.
Very nicely played indeed.
Tommy over the far rinks. Got shot over there. Just seems to be happening.
Jay. Jay, boy.
Got to respond in here, mate.
Like it, mate. Nothing far. Good shot.
This Corey got here looks impossible there, Sammy.
Not a lot of noise.
No.
Another couple to Jay behind Cole, and all of a sudden,
Great
just you
shot.
called this was going down to the last
Yeah, I
before
know,
the start of the night. You were also mentioning throughout the evening that there's been runs of teams that
Oh.
have been 15 or 20 ahead, and the game in that last 20 or 25 ends has just completely turned.
I can
And Deer
vouch
Park
for
have
us,
left it late,
mate.
but
We've
they've-
been
Yep.
the Deer Park game really is a good example. We just hung in there and hung in there. We're never looking like winning the game. We just managed to hit the front right at the end. Same thing the Yarraville round 1, we were getting smashed. Even the MCC game just before Christmas, I think we'll level or 1 up with 15 to play. Can change quick. Caleb playing a bit of weight first time tonight. Jeez, can play anything, Sammy.
Right then, thank you very much, and we'll restart.
Thanks for coming. They're doing the right thing, mate. We still might be the last rink out there. Just hoping it's about 2 or 3 shots.
Still late ends on the big board left. There's
Deer Park holding on the far rink.
there's still ends. There's still ends.
Shot from Gus Guy there. Far from the jack. First lead bowl.
Very good, mate.
Chopper must be 1 down there, I reckon. I reckon their Damo's 2.
Yeah, Adamo played a few crackers again. Larry Donahue was able to drive and open the head up, and the jack
It's another play.
fell the
Just
way of Deer
stepped
Park.
up playing 3 the last few weeks.
Yep.
Good player.
Great shooting, buddy.
He's got it, hasn't he? Oh. What happened there? He's trailed the jack. He's about 2 inches off and he's
Pretty
taken it.
upset with it, so I'm not sure if
Maybe they were holding 3 or 4. I don't
they're
know.
still holding on. I might have missed that.
Bushy. That Rink's got their tail up.
Yeah, mate, it's all right. Yeah, mate, it's another second, mate. Well played.
Well, I've got a sec, Sammy. I'll just go through and have a quick look at that Prem B game. Just Well, look at the leads coming down here,
Let's
mate.
get Velo handy again.
See, this has turned around a bit. I've got Jordan Yates down 11.25 against Robert McMullen. So that's 14 in favour of Essendon. Nick McIntyre leading Jarrett Bird 18.9. So that's 5 in favour of Essendon. See, this has turned around. Robbie Miller 9, Flapper 16. So it's another 7 on there. 17.10. It looks like
About 10 the margin, the way of Essendon.
Yeah, seven or something like that.
Prem Reserve clash.
Yeah, big
We'll
game
see
too.
tonight.
Sort of looks like Essendon will finish on top there, but very
Pretty
important
good
for
test for Essendon,
Whittlesey.
yeah.
Oh, very important for them. Sort of might snuff out a chance of finishing top two.
Tape on the end next door. 2 to Bundy. To Josh Corse's Rink.
Maybe Chopper had the shot there and trailed it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it was just the reaction was a strange
Yeah.
one. The way that we thought the head was set up.
two's good though.
All right, 8 shots down, 7
Yep.
the diff. Well, that's going to change because Ryan Negri for Deer Park on the far Rink has the mat in hand.
Caleb Shaw can't miss, mate. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so close to best on.
It's like Bushy's or
Wow.
Case's chain trailed it into the pit.
That's
Sat next to it.
a borderline unbeatable, and Nathan Bush's
Might have been Case.
Jack halfway up the line. Nathan Bush playing second, swung the jack just about into the ditch, just a foot from it, has then drawn just about a side toucher, and now Mark Casey has trailed it in. So they've got 3 touches, 2 of them in the ditch. The jack's sitting right next to one of them, and they're rolling 3 shots.
Stalking this. Geez, his hand's given here, Sammy.
Could it go
Great effort.
late? Look at
Look
that.
where it ended.
Yeah, crazy. Just a late turn. As soon as the weight starts to die off, away it
Good
goes.
catcher there, though.
Shot, mate. Very, very good buildup. Brilliant shot, mate.
Still, Bundy hold these couple ends here, Sammy. We're still going to get our nail biter, mate.
Great skills.
It's Benny Limper got to say.
Come, buddy.
Smart rip all the way back to the jack still.
Oh,
Oh,
Great
just drifting on
shot.
by. Good shot, good shot.
Am I keeping the weight?
probably got to sit this bowl and stay now, Sammy.
Run, Paulie, run. Run.
Down here needs to hold on past the front. There's a good angle as well.
He's got second.
Well, there's always an option. That bowl has to fall, and eventually does. Still there for Benny Winton to sit out or turn the jack around the corner.
Got to play positive here, don't you? You're 9 shots behind. You got to try to make 2 or 3 here, Sammy.
Far off.
Easy.
Just wants the bowl. No jack.
Oh,
Well, jack, that might still be 2 or 3.
definitely a couple.
Yeah, they've got to pick up at least a 3 here, I reckon.
Well played, Connor.
Just with the way the head lies on J-By's Rink. They are
Well, like,
pretty good position.
They
They'll
can't
at
win
least
that
2 or 3. Bundy literally cannot win that end. the jack is sitting right next to the toucher that's in the ditch. In fact, J-By is going that good. He's trying to run about 4th shot out.
yep.
Sean Ingham,
Yeah, draw the shot, mate. Front nose on, yeah.
A good weight again, I reckon, Sammy.
Jay.
Come on, mate.
What's Corey done? He's looking at it.
Connor.
He can get 3rd shot who he's played early. He's just going to plop in, mate, isn't he? Yep.
Yeah, mate.
What's Gary done?
Move. Get him, mate. Get him, mate.
Oh,
Trying to make about 10 there, J-Boy.
an effort.
Cease. Cease.
Good effort, mate. Brilliant effort, mate.
Just put too heavy.
So first ring done. J-Bo again, not for the first time this season, with stormed home. They've won the last 4 ends. Put on at least 10 shots in doing so as well. Wait for the boys to put on the board. I reckon it's at least a couple, which will push the margin beyond 10. Sean's under here, but don't know if he has enough weight to turn anything up either. Probably not. So Gaz possibly with a chance to add
Had 3 years
third
good.
or second or
Keeps
third.
in. I reckon they got 2, Sammy. Could be wrong, but I reckon it's 2. Very important. I reckon he thinks it's too quick.
Yeah, just visually looking from the side, it looks to be that way as well. Oh, it's not that far away, really, is it?
It's got
Was it
better
two?
weight judgment than
Two
me.
to
Yeah.
Jabe on the firing, so they finished the last. They win 6 of the last 4 ends and put on an 11-0 run. Steve Adamo, look at the overall.
Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Exactly 11 shots. They have been the difference once again. And they
Looks
did,
like they got the answers, don't they?
yeah, they did hold 3 there, Bundy.
Snorkels just played a ripper on the Benny Harbour Rink. Skips bowls to come.
So the margin is 8.
Just goes to show though, we
4 ends to run.
got one team on 6th, one team on top, and we're watching a game like this. So close. Even the quality of Yarrabul and MCC are both down the bottom. The quality in their side, Sammy. It's
Yeah.
just, it's amazing to think they've won 3 games between them, you know.
What was it last week? Pretty much top v bottom, and
Yep,
the side that was bottom,
yep. Probably should have won it.
Robert had every chance to,
Yep.
to win the game. 8 shots, 4 ends. I've seen stranger
Yep.
things happen, and
Oh.
I'm guessing you have as well.
For sure.
You just have to win every end, just about.
The way the
To
game's
pick
gone,
up
you can
one
pick
or
up
here
3 or
numbers.
4.
Yeah, there's been numbers around tonight.
Hard to judge. Who's holding the chopper rink there, mate?
Couldn't even tell you
Oh.
where the jack is, let alone the
Chopper's
dozen
having a
bowls
try.
that
He's having a try.
hold around somewhere. Boys aren't saying a lot. It's pretty positive reaction from
Yeah.
the Bundy crew, so
They might be old 1 or 2 there. The far rink, I know Snorkels on it there.
yeah, he has been the last few ends as well since Bundy drew level. Matty Dowse has picked up the last few ends.
Oh. No.
Well, that's unfortunate. He's
He was due
been
not to
the
get
best
shot.
on, probably the best on the rink, or close to it
Oh,
at least.
Most consistent, yeah. Just
And has just trailed the
Everyone's
jack
had their
the,
moments.
the wrong way at the wrong time, unfortunately. Has another one to fix it up, though.
she'll get down too. He got the weight.
Just got to get past Tony's front one.
The ball's past the jack. Confident draw, land the ball, squeeze the jack, Jeff.
Chris Ball's just under there, mate. Chopper's looking to move his jack.
There's something on in that cluster of
Jeez, I
balls
think I
there.
see ya.
It's a gun.
Out you go. Too easy.
It's a gun. Caleb Shaw.
He could see a quarter of the bowl. That was enough.
Pricey.
Pricey's.
Pricey.
She's not miles away here.
Up, mate.
Needs a clear run. Didn't need to lift the front. Just hanging on to shot. Benny Harbour lining up for a bit of speed on the far rink. On down. Pretty quick.
Chopper.
No
I think
contact.
there's something on here, Sammy.
There must be.
Yeah,
Looks like it's...
eagerly looking at it. He's going. Oh, jeez, how do you get through this?
Look at the
My
head. Can we
God,
get a shot?
yeah.
I know there's an important
We
game
need a
on the stream,
shot
but
of
the
that.
quality of that.
Don't kick
Just the ring
balls,
next door.
boys.
Yeah. There's still
They're
one
gonna-
to come for Chris Ball.
Oh, come on.
So, but
Someone's-
just hanging on here. Are you going to be able to see the... Look at the head. Look at the head of Bowl.
Come on.
There's the jack. Oh, you can
Chopper got
just
through
see
there.
the jack. That
Chopper
white
actually
bowl
got
Chopper.
through there.
Unbelievable head of bowls. All right, Ryan taking one down. That's a nice shot. Any contact on the Blues is enough. Benny Hubber in a bit of trouble down the far end.
Not sure. It's hard to get the body language of that Chopper Rink there.
Couple.
I've got a feeling Deer Park felt like they were holding their Sam.
I reckon Larry signalled one down after
One
the
down.
last bowl.
Okay.
So Choppers has run through with it and held on to one, which is
Well, they're going to...
okay. They need to hold on to here, and then Benny Hubbard's 2 down. Needs to come up with something pretty special with his last.
I reckon Gary's scheming something here, mate. I think he's looking at
Something a
the
bit-
overall and trying to make 3 or
different,
4
yeah.
here, rather than trying to hold on to one.
Yeah, holding on to one's not going to do
No.
do
Oh, it
enough.
helps, but... They had a real long discussion there. Buggered if I know what's on, but gee. I think they're waiting next door.
I think everyone's waiting. Everyone's waiting for Ben, and then everyone's going to wait for Chris, and then we're eventually going to get some action.
There's one bowl being bowled in about 10 minutes here, mate. But
Benny misses wide, so Deer Park will hold that end. And may have been a couple. Chris Ball decides that he's happy with the 1 down.
yeah, he's playing something. Oh,
What's that done?
took Caleb's out, didn't
Still
it?
1, I think. So I think that's will make it pretty hard. We'll just wait for confirmation on the far rink. I reckon it was 2 or 3 to Matty Bouse and Corrie. They win the last 5 of 6 ends. Was in fact 3. So they come away with a pretty handy 21-15 rink win on the far end. And
Just a quick update too,
Importantly-
Sammy, on the Whittlesea Essendon game.
Yes, mate.
59-64 Essendon
Still
after
a-
61, so it's only 5
still a
shots.
bit going on. Still plenty of ends
Yep.
left.
Get down here, Ryan. Yeah, you're good here, mate. Well played.
It's great. You get it, mate.
Stay there. Well played.
Alrighty, so Gary Kelly there. 10 down with 2 ends to play. Holding
It's
one
not
here, and there's
impossible, but
doesn't look to be any sign of a number, so Gary's going to try and whack and hope for the best. And nothing changes. Has 1 to come.
Skills up.
Yes, mate. Stay fast, Steve.
Well played,
Great
boys.
shot here, buddy.
Go, go.
Beat it, mate.
look, it's gone the back. Gary sees something though.
He's
Front
just going to
two,
try and
front.
fly, maybe try and get off this orange or through the front stuff. Closer here through the front. Flicks it back on out, and
Won the Bundoora.
pretty safe in calling. Spud that Deer Park
Brilliant, Cotter. Brilliant, mate. Great shot. Well done.
just found a way
Yep.
to win again. Bundy, yeah, 3/4 of the way through. This Nugget just decides to draw the shot.
Yep.
The last stand, so as well as the Bundy guys played on this rink, it was a good team performance this rink
Oh.
from the Bundy guys. Tony Schiavello's
Good game.
great
mate.
lead battle.
Very
with
good game overall.
Benny. I haven't seen Caleb Shaw play in a while, but highly impressive. And
You can see why he won the club singles, mate.
yeah, that's it. Benny and Gaz played a few handy conversions, but the second half of the game was probably all about Deer Park and the way they were just able to keep the scoreboard ticking over on their half and not let that margin get any bigger than, what has it been, 30-17. So they actually, 30-17, they picked up 3 in the last end there. So, okay, Caleb Shaw may have been holding, but not to be. Josh Cause with 1 end to play, but we'll wrap it up there. Deer Park, they've done it again. Another win on the board. They remain top of the table, and Bundy, they don't get any closer to the top 4. And depending on other results,
they've got 4 games
a little
to
bit
go.
harder, but they've still got
There's
4
still
games
a
to go.
chance.
So
Still a chance. Their draw's not too bad. I did have a look at their draw. They do play Yarraville, MCC, us. I forget the other one, but their draw's not. They're probably going to nearly have to win 4 games.
And as we've touched on throughout the night, the comp is just so even that teams are going to take wins off each other. It's just very hard to pick. Deer Park will get out of here with the win. Led by J. By Norris and co. 34-13 Rink winners against Corey Wedlock. Gary Kelly and the team did their best to keep Bundy in the contest, but it wasn't enough at the end of the night.
Still playing for 2 points here too, Sammy, which could be vital.
Deer Park 89, Bundoora 76. Steve Adamo, it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much for all your insights throughout the evening. Thoroughly enjoyed having you on. Sure, we'll see you again sometime soon on BVTV. Thanks always to Brad from SEN for producing all the pictures. And a big thanks to our stream sponsors, Moama and Dandenong Bowls Clubs, for providing us all the action this evening. We'll be back on Thursday night next week. Australia Day Eve clash out at Yarraville Footscray. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been a cracking contest. Bye for now.